When chefs actually got caught cheating in Hell's Kitchen. How do you get caught cheating in Hell's Kitchen? Coming with pre-cooked food?
From rigging doors in hopes of avoiding a punishment to sabotage.
Gordon, please. I didn't mean to burn the souffle. Don't hurt me.
An opponent's dish during a finale. These were times when Hell's Kitchen chefs got caught cheating. Beginning with Ben from season 5, who tried hiding an ingredient from the other chefs during episode 12's individual challenge. All
right, that's not a very good hiding tactic. I mean, that I feel like hiding it would be like putting it away in a drawer. Or just put a fucking hand towel over the fucking bottle.
Episode 12's individual challenge. By only using their taste buds, each chef competed to see who would come closest to recreating Gordon's fish stew. And although it was implied that everyone had equal access to the ingredients, Ben decided to bend the rules. As everyone else grabbed whatever liquor they thought would recreate the stew, Ben did this instead.
Right when I tasted Chef Ramsay's dish, the first thing I tasted was Pernod.
Not that he's willing to share this information with anyone else.
However, Gordon...
I wouldn't say that's cheating. I feel like if you're in a competition where everybody gets the same ingredients and you have to taste something and use it, I think it'd be cheating to be like, I'm not going to give it to you. But I don't think it's cheating to be like, I'm just going to hide this shit. You should have been quicker, you know?
And saw right through his scheme and called him out.
Ben, your alcohol is community property, yes?
Yes, I just was...
Yeah, I don't care, you shellfish bastard.
No.
Yeah.
Even his opponent was left with a...
See, but Gordon's probably not going to dock him for it. He's just like, you're being a... It is a bitch play. I think we could agree on that. Like, hiding the ingredients from your opponents is lame as hell. Is it cheating? No. Is it... Because they would have to actively say it. It's lame as fuck. It's really cringy. Like, I would hate that guy if I was a competitor. But I'm not going to be like, no, he cheated.
Sour taste in her mouth.
I was shocked by that. I could have played that catty game, but I decided that that wasn't the noble route to go.
But despite going to such lengths to protect his secret ingredient, he still lost the challenge. Another chef who got karma rightfully served to them.
I feel like I was waiting. These are like realistic ways of cheating. I feel like I was kind of expecting somebody to be like, Jeffrey took Matt's souffle into the kitchen and ended up pooping in it. To make it taste worse, he ended up grabbing a bottle of fucking deer piss and dousing it in it.
For cheating was Tiffany from season 10, who thought that she could sneak burnt pizza past Gordon Ramsay.
It's burnt, look. Just cut that part off. Who gives a shit?
Unfortunately,
That looks like a DiGiorno pizza. Why are they making, like, frozen pizzas? Is that supposed to be, like, homemade?
Cut that part off. Who gives a shit?
Unfortunately, Tiffany's plan backfired. But
one of my favorite scenes from Family Guy is when he's reenacting like a Tarantino film, and he walks up to his coworker and he's like, "Do you have lunch today?" And he's like, "Yeah, I brought pizza." He goes, "From home or from a place?" "From a place." Guy just shoots him in the chest 3 times and takes it. Because homemade pizza sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It's just like, I'm not jealous of homemade pizza, but I'm gonna be jealous if you have like pizza from a place.
Gordon and Chef Andy immediately noticed.
No, it doesn't? Yes, it does. What do you mean? I will say, I think like frozen pizzas are pretty solid. I enjoy them. But if you were like, yeah, I have homemade pizza from fucking Screamin' Sicilian, I'd go, oh, yeah, no, okay. But if you're like, I have pizza that I just got from a New York shop, I'd be like, give me a slice.
Poor attempt at hiding her mistake.
Now we're sending burnt pizza, not crispy and delicious, fucking burnt. Burnt.
Honestly, I would eat that. I feel like I've been served pizza from restaurants that are this burnt. I like a bit of crisp. This is a little too burnt. I would rather it be brown. It's like pale. This one's probably gonna have some flop on it, and then it's burnt on the outside, so it's just badly cooked. But I would still eat this.
Burnt. Burnt.
I've burnt my pizza before really badly. Because, dude, the instructions on frozen goods are so bad. Have you guys ever made air fried chicken tenders? They'll tell you to put that shit in the air fryer for 350 for 6 minutes. That will be soggy and cold. That's not cooked. If it says 350 for 6 minutes, I'm putting it at 400 for 20. And it'll come out perfect. I'm like, dude, who the fuck is writing these instructions? Same thing with a pizza. So when you get a frozen pizza, it'll be like put it at 420 in an oven for, you know, say 10 minutes. I'm going to do double that. One time I was like, I want it really crispy. I'm going to put that bitch in for 25 minutes. Forgot about it. Came back. Char black. Hockey puck. Had to throw it out.
With bits of shit in there.
Similar to Tiffany, season 11 Zach had a plan that would also flop. In episode 4's service challenge, Zach pre-cooked all the salmon hoping to get ahead, but instead had to start over and faced Gordon's wrath for not understanding that fish was meant to be cooked to order. And despite Gordon's clear instruction,
Yo, on God though, I just meal prep tuna, and I always meal prep for like 4 to 6 days. And I meal prep tuna, and day 1 and 2, the tuna will be really good. By day 4, choking that bitch down. That shit's disgusting. That shit's fucking disgusting. I'm eating it just because it's food. At that point, it's so gross. No matter how good you make it. Dude, and I Googled that the other day. It says you're only supposed to leave tuna in a fridge for 1 to 3 days. I'm still going to eat that bitch. 4 days from now, I'm still going to eat that. I mean, what are the odds it has fucking foodborne illnesses in it?
to start fresh,
Low.
Zach secretly snuck the old salmon
Who meal preps tuna? Me. Because I'm tired of eating chicken and turkey every single fucking day of my goddamn life. Because I have alpha-gal and I can't eat mammals anymore. So pork and beef are out of the fucking question, pal. I've had enough shrimp and chicken and fucking salmon and tilapia to fucking make me explode. So I try new shit here and there.
back on his pan, hoping that Gordon would not notice.
Chef told me that I can't use the fish that I had just cooked off, but the salmon looked perfect. So I figured all I gotta do is finish it off and send it out.
However, when Gordon found the tray of old salmon still laying around, he knew Zach was playing games and immediately called him out.
Where's this from?
Those are the old stuff, Chef.
That's the old stuff.
Yes, Chef.
Have we been using that?
No, Chef.
Have we, Zach?
No, Chef. We're doing the thing straight to the order.
The truth?
Yes, Chef. That's why it's still there, Chef.
Although Zach kept doubling down on his lie, Gordon saw right through the bullshit and shut
He saw right through the bullshit. 30 minutes later, there's like 6 salmon missing. Oh, where'd the other salmon go? Nowhere, chef. There's always been 4 salmon on that plate. No, there fucking hasn't. There was 20 there 10 minutes ago. No, there's always been 4 salmon on that plate, chef.
him down.
Look at me, in the fucking eyes. Did you take salmon from the back and reheat it?
No, I've been eating the salmon while I've been working, chef. I am quite parched, chef. Or not parched. Hungry, chef. Sorry.
Yes or no?
No, Chef, it's right here.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck off the salmon.
But Zach wasn't the only one to test Gordon's bullshit detector, because during season 9, episode 2, Brendan made the same mistake with his sea bass.
You've cooked the bass. Is your meat ready?
No, Chef.
And the garnish all ready?
No, Chef.
You've got to work as a team. Please.
Gordon then instructed the blue team to coordinate their timing for the next order and explicitly ordered Brendan to fire up a new sea bass. But despite those instructions, he found himself questioning Brendan's integrity when he received the new quote-unquote sea bass just minutes later.
Brendan?
Yes, Chef.
Is that the same bass?
No, Chef.
You didn't start a fresh one?
Yes, it is,
He pops it in the microwave.
Chef.
So where's the old one then?
Threw it away, Chef.
Show me.
And when Brendan could not find the sea
The phantom search. The phantom search in the trash can. Like when you look for your homework in school. Oh, I must have left it at home. You know it's not in there.
bass he supposedly threw away, Gordon continued to press him.
I'm gonna ask you one more time to tell me the truth. Is that the bass from 10 minutes ago, or is that a fresh one you cooked?
When Brendan finally confessed to his deception, Gordon decisively puts him in his place.
You do that to me one more time, trust me, fuck the elimination. I'll send you out there and then. Let me tell you that.
Yes, Chef.
I kind of hope Gordon Ramsay starts calling people chud. I feel like that'd be really funny in his voice. What are you fucking doing, you chud? You sitting here thinking you can fucking give me that sea bass? Recooked it. It's the same fucking sea bass.
Won't happen again.
And while Brendan was caught cheating to save himself, Andrew from season 1 was caught cheating to help his team. After losing episode 6's challenge, the blue team's second punishment was having their storeroom locked for the entire dinner service, making things more difficult by having to enter a code every time they wanted to grab something from inside.
I'll give you the combination. C1.
They probably just leave the door cracked.
690Y. Log it. I'm saying it once. Let's go.
While his team rushed over to get the storeroom open, Andrew had a brilliant idea.
What do you want?
Give me the tape. Give me the masking tape.
Just fucking do it.
Just give me the masking tape.
Oh, I gotcha.
But luck wasn't on
Bro, I don't think that's cheating.
his side, as sous chef Scott immediately caught him in the act and gave him a piece of his mind.
You fucking guys fucked it up. You get a punishment. You don't fucking rig it so it works for you. You blew it. Pay the consequences. Got it? Yes, sir.
Just like Andrew, Adam from season 14 immediately confessed when he was exposed on episode 3's team challenge, where he realized that his risotto would not be ready in time and asked to use Millie's rice as a substitute instead.
This risotto is just not getting done. I thought I left myself enough time. 3 minutes to go, chef. Do you have enough rice to go for 2? I got that. Yeah.
And when it came time for Adam's dish to be judged, the team needed both his and Millie's dish to get a point to win the challenge. However, the guest judge made one observation that put Adam on the spotlight.
How did you guys both wind up with rice on the dish? Did you guys share on that one, or?
Did you take some of Millie's rice? I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut the bullshit.
Bro, why? I feel like they get so... Why do they get so angry? Do you think Gordon actually gets upset at this? I feel like he fully has to upplay it. There's no way he dead-ass cares that much.
Did you take Millie's rice? Yes, sir.
After confessing, Gordon revealed that Adam broke the rules and thereby lost the challenge for the blue team, which also happened to be the team that season 10's Robin tried to steal from. During episode 7's dinner service, Robin overcooked her beef and ran out of extras to fix her mistake. As a result, she nudges her teammate to try and steal some from the blue team.
Could someone go ask see if the men have any more meat? How many do you need? I need 2 more beef, guys.
However, none of them had the guts to do so, leaving her to get exposed by Gordon when he asked her where the beef was.
I would like to get another beef from the gentleman so I could do it real quick.
Let me tell you something. We just don't go to the blue kitchen and get what you want. It's a competition, you silly cow.
Okay, yes,
That's
chef.
the last fucking time I'm telling you all. Got it?
Yes, chef.
As a result, he forced her to shamefully apologize to the customers and to suggest a new
Oh my god! No! You gotta walk out to the customer and you're like, I'm sorry, the filet sucks. I overcooked your shit. I'm sorry, it's been an hour. I'd recommend the risotto. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fuck up your steak.
substitute for the beef she screwed up.
I guess I'm going to walk my happy ass up to table 64 and tell them, I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't have your beef. Would you like a swordfish or a pigeon instead? Yes, pigeon. Pigeon?
A pigeon? Pigeon? Pigeon. Pigeon. Let me get that right.
I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't have your beef. Would you like a swordfish or a pigeon instead? Yes.
Pigeon. People eat pigeons?
Pigeon? Okay.
Perfect.
However,
Not eating a pigeon. I'll have the swordfish.
Robin still looked like a genius in comparison to Siobhan from season 7, who unintentionally cheated during episode 2's egg challenge, where each chef was paired to cook 4 different types of eggs in under 5 minutes. But
that would be really funny if they were like, Maria ran out of pigeons for overcooking them, so she went out to the back with some cornmeal and snapped one of their necks. From then on, she actually she went outside and actually killed a fucking live pigeon to try and feed a customer.
For Siobhan, Gordon specifically requested that she tackle the challenge alone, as her team was 1 person short. However, all it took was her teammate Autumn asking her to join forces for her to completely abandon those demands. And when it came time for Gordon to rate her eggs, Siobhan exposed herself after failing to give him a straight answer.
Just answer me the question. How long did he cook them for?
Oh, because she doesn't know, because she's not the one that just cooked them?
My teammates helped me, Chef.
Your teammates helped you?
Yes, Chef.
I asked you to work on your own.
But instead of owning up to her mistakes, she threw the blame on her team.
I should have pushed her out of the way, and I'm so mad at myself that I didn't.
I mean, why are we crying?
I'm so mad. I shouldn't have listened to the teammates that were forcing me to do something that I should have known was wrong to do.
In the end, Gordon gave her just 1 point for only managing to cook one of the 4 dishes. The ironic thing is that Siobhan got berated for cheating, unlike Michael, who somehow got away with what might be the craziest cheating story in this entire video. In the
oh my god, they never caught him?
finale of
well,
season
they know, but I'm saying they never like docked his points.
1, the final 2 contestants, Ralph and Michael, were each running their own sides of the kitchen during a practice service. When it was Ralph's turn to run the pass, the command station where he would be calling out orders and checking every dish before it left the kitchen, Michael saw an opportunity to expose his opponent's weakness.
Trying to see how many can go without having crab in them.
What are you talking about?
It's my risotto. I wanted to make risottos the whole night without crab. I was just seeing what I could slip past Ralph tonight.
To Michael's satisfaction, Ralph
Wait, what? So he just wasn't adding a needed portion of the dish, and Gordon never knew?
failed to spot the mistake, even after Gordon gave him a subtle hint, allowing the dish to be served.
Ralph, have to taste.
I tasted it.
You tasted it, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, so he's not really cheating. He's just failing to see that it's wrong.
I was just sort of laughing like, I can't believe he's letting him go like that.
Just as Michael hoped, the dish got sent back to the kitchen, fulfilling his scheme and getting Ralph in trouble with Gordon.
The risotto is bland. And then he's telling me as well, how dare could you call it a crab risotto without crab in there?
There's no crab in there at all?
There's no crab in the risotto.
Did you taste it?
Yes, I did, but I didn't.
Come on, big boy. Taste it.
And when Ralph attempted to expose Michael's sabotage, Gordon swooped in to throw the blame back on him.
Michael, what are you doing to me?
What'd I do?
Well, because I think originally Gordon would have been mad at him for trying to con Ralph, but I think he wanted to see it play out and be like, dude, you couldn't taste that there wasn't crab in that, because that's even worse. If you're supposed to be a chef that's serving good meals and you don't know that the meat in the dish isn't there.
No crab in the crab risotto?
Ralph,
Right.
you should know that. Yeah, that's why you've got to taste everything, yeah? You're in control, you're in the driving seat, and you should spot those kind of things, yeah?
Instead of getting criticized for his devious actions, Michael was met with Gordon's surprising approval.
Michael had Ralph look stupid and took him down big time. That was an interesting lesson.
Well, I think equally Michael probably would have gotten shit on by Ralph and Gordon if Ralph noticed. I think that's the thing. I don't think this is cheating. I think this is like kind of like a test where if Ralph noticed, it would have been really bad for Michael.
Very clever move from Michael's behalf.
Gordon was so impressed, so much so that sabotaging contestants at the pass became a regular feature in future seasons.
You just sent out 2 fucking risotto, there's not an ounce of asparagus anywhere, and it was done with a spinach puree. You've got to taste, Dave.
Yeah, chef.
Oh, so other people started doing it in future seasons? That's nuts. All right. That was a fun video. Anyways. Horror quiz. Would you survive the night? We did the zombie survival quiz a few months ago. Crystal makes some pretty fucking fire survival quizzes where, you know, it's in depth. There's like 20 questions and there's right and wrong answers. Some are kind of right. Some are really wrong. I mean, it says horror quiz. The one we did with the zombies, like some of the questions I thought I was right and then she said I was wrong. But horror quiz, I think if I had to survive the night in like a haunted house, I'm for sure fine. But I don't know what they mean horror quiz. Like, am I running from a serial killer? Am I like, you know, in some sort of fucking Stranger Things situation?
This is a survival quiz. You're alone in a foreign place. The locals whisper.
Would never be in that situation. Already. The locals whisper about something in the hills. All right, well.
About something in the hills. Something old. They say it drinks blood. You don't believe them. Not exactly.
I'm definitely not believing them, bro. What? If I'm in a foreign country and the locals start chirping to me about how, like, in the hills, there's some fucking Dracula, like, level creature, I'm going, okay, pal.
But tonight something's wrong. This is a logic test. A psychological test. The questions start off easy, but they get harder. And each answer could be your last. For each question, you get 4 options to pick from. And after each question, I'll tell you the right answer. And I'll also tell you why the others would have been the last thing you ever did. Keep track of your score. And in the end...
So if I get one wrong, I die? What? If I get one wrong, I die.
And I'll tell you if you would have survived the night. So without further ado, let's begin. You're in a tiny town somewhere in the Balkans. You booked it on impulse. The town is barely marked on maps. The local currency is something you've never held. And the bartender in this pub doesn't speak much English, but he keeps refilling your glass. It's late. The pub smells like wood smoke and dried herbs. There's a fire burning.
I'm loving the vibe thus far. Nobody speaks the language that I speak. I'm alone at the pub, and the bartender just makes like a bro eye contact with me and just fills my drink every time. So I'm a little drunk, okay? 4 or 5, maybe 6 beer in. I'm in Europe, right? Or the Balkans. Balkans, what country is the Balkans in? If I'm in the Balkans, I'm in like Albania. All right. I'm in like Albania, Romania, Serbia. I don't speak the language of the locals, and I'm kind of drunk. They're probably drinking like 6% beer, you know.
They're still at the back table. They keep glancing at you. One of them finally leans over and says something that sounds like, "You shouldn't walk back alone. Not tonight."
I'm not thinking that's supernatural. I'm thinking that motherfucker's letting me know that I'm about to get mugged on my walk back, okay? If I am drunk at a bar alone in Romania or Albania or Turkey or wherever the fuck I am, and a local leans in and goes, "You shouldn't walk home tonight alone. It's not safe." I'd go, "Oh, so I'm going to get murdered by a human. Like a person's going to hurt me."
You ask him what he means. He gestures to the window and says one word in broken English. Nosferatu.
Vampires, brother. I'm going, "Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that." And then I'm walking home.
The table behind him laughs. How do you respond? Option A, laugh with them. Maybe it's a local joke. Option B, ask if something happened recently. Option C, say, "I don't believe in that stuff." Or option D, say nothing and finish your drink.
Damn, dude. This is a life or death scenario here. If I get it wrong, what do they just shoot me? I fucking ask if something happened recently. "Oh, you're an idiot." They kill me. B, I'm not asking if something happened recently. I would probably say, "What do you mean?" C, "I don't believe in that stuff." Nah, I'm going D. Saying nothing.
So the correct answer here is option B, ask if something happened recently. So the reason this is the right answer is because here you're not dismissing him. You're gathering information without feeding the myth or challenging it. And survival often starts with listening, especially when you're the foreigner without any cultural context here. Option A, laughing with the crowd, is not the best answer here because it alienates the speaker. They might shut down or play it off and you've lost a source. Option C, saying you don't believe in that stuff, draws a firm line in the sand and you've now made it personal. If they were
I'm drawing that firm line in the fucking sand. Yo, okay, if I'm in a foreign country, I'd probably pan into it a little bit. I'd be like, "What do you mean Nosferatu?"
trying to warn you, they'll back off. And option D, going silent and...
Bro, that's like me being at a local bar in New Jersey and somebody being like, "The Jersey Devil's out tonight. You shouldn't walk home alone." I'd be like, "You're crazy. You're an insane person."
Information withheld now might cost you later. The man narrows his eyes. He speaks carefully, like he's trying to remember the right words. "They come if you are soft, if you say yes too easy, if you listen and you should close your ears. You ask, how do you stop them?" He looks at the candle and at the table, and then back at you. You don't, but you can delay. He lifts his hand and he pinches the flame out between 2 fingers.
Damn, this guy's kind of hard, though. This guy's kind of got aura. I feel like now I have to listen to him. He pinches the flame with both of his fingers. And he glances. He's kind of like rizzing me up while he's like warning me.
They ask you small things first. Just small. Can I come closer? Do you hear me? Will you look at me? It's not always the door.
Oh, so I'm dealing with vampires that I have to let them in.
And he leans closer. You don't say yes. You don't say no. You don't say anything at all. Someone behind him scoffs. It's one of the older men at the back table. Ignore him. This one still believes the old wives' tales. The bartender doesn't look back. He's staring at you. They came...
Hold up. Bang.
Last week, a girl was found. She was still standing when they found her. Still warm. No blood inside. Like something had hollowed her out and walked away. As you stand to leave, the bartender slides something across the bar. A small metal charm and a string. It looks handmade. Rusted. Ancient. He doesn't look at you when he speaks. Protection. What do you do?
Taking that bitch! Taking that bitch! What? He gives me a metal charm on a string and he goes, protection. I'm going, okay. And I'm wearing that.
Option A, put it on immediately.
Yup.
Option B, refuse politely. You don't believe in that stuff. Option C, take it, then ask what it's made of and what it does.
Oh, C.
Or option D, leave it on the counter and walk out without acknowledging it.
C.
So the correct answer here is option C. Take it, and then ask
Yes!
what it's made of and what it does. So the reason this is the right answer is because here you're signaling respect and you're gathering information. You're neither dismissing nor blindly accepting it, and that maximizes safety and intel. Option A, blindly putting it on, is the wrong answer because you have no idea what this is, and if wearing it marks you, binds you, or even attracts the thing that you're trying to repel here. Option B, dismissing the offer out loud, is also the wrong answer because this signals ignorance and arrogance in a dangerous and unfamiliar environment. And option D, walking out without acknowledging it, is the worst of both option A and option B. You've both ignored local protection and you've potentially insulted someone who might be your only ally. You pick up the charm. It's heavier than you expected. You don't put it on.
It's made of tungsten. You pick up the charm. The string snaps. You've just got yourself in a New York City free charm scam. This guy's asking for a tip for the free jewelry he just gave you. You decline. He says, "Well, you broke my charm. Now you have to pay me for it."
Instead, you ask, "What's it made of?" The bartender pauses. He leans forward slightly, and his voice lowers.
Cow urine. Cow urine. Horse shit.
Iron from a grave fence.
Oh, iron from a grave fence.
And then he taps the string. Thread from a shroud. He looks at you for a long time.
And a little bit of puffer semen.
You don't wear it to look strong. You wear it to be overlooked. Don't let them hear you say their name. And never, never speak to them first. The candle on the bar flicks sideways, like someone walked past. But no one did. Outside, the night is colder than it should be. You check your phone. No signal.
No, not big puffer. Like a puffer fish. I don't know, maybe...
The road home is darker than you remember. One street lamp flickers ahead. Time to walk. The real quiz has officially begun. You step out into the cold. The charm is warm in your pocket. The night smells like whetstone. You've been walking for nearly 15 minutes now, uphill, away from the bar. No shops.
Well, here's where you're wrong, because I'm catching an Uber ride.
Open. No cars. No sound except for your own footsteps. Up ahead, beneath a flickering street lamp, you see a figure. They're standing still. Head tilted down. Half in shadow.
I cross the street. I jaywalk across the street, and I avoid contact with him. This is not even... Regardless of whether or not Nosferatu's a thing. If I'm walking alone at night, and I see a guy standing under a street lamp at like 1 in the morning, I'm crossing the street. I'm not passing him.
Not approaching. Not retreating. Just waiting. What do you do? Option A, keep walking toward them, confidently, like you belong here. Option B, cross the street and pass at a distance without making eye contact. Option C, turn off into a narrow side path to avoid them completely. Or option D, call out, "Are you okay?"
B, I'm not going down a side path. That's really scary. I think B, cross the street. Still keep them in your peripherals.
So the correct answer here is option B, cross the street and pass it.
Fuck yes, dude. Fuck yes.
The distance without making eye contact.
Option E, run at him manically and scare him, right? Vampire, been alive for a long time, probably never had somebody when he's trying to hunt him down go, fucking just sprint at him full speed.
Contact.
Catch him off guard.
So the reason this is the right answer here is because you're avoiding direct confrontation without showcasing your fear. You don't engage, you don't escalate, but you also don't turn your back on them. You stay in the open where you can be seen, and where they can also be seen. Option A, approaching confidently, is the wrong choice because approaching confidently is still approaching, and it assumes you understand the threat level, and you don't. Confidence won't necessarily stop a predator. It just gets you closer to their reach. Option C, ducking into a side path, is also the wrong answer because this gives up the only light source that you have, and you're trading visibility for panic here, and creating a choke point where you can't be seen or helped. Option D, calling out, is also risky because here you're establishing contact, inviting a response, and giving away your emotional state. Worst case, you're telling them that you notice them, and that you're also alone.
Copy this graph. What graph?
So you cross the street. Slow, steady, with your eyes forward. The figure doesn't move. You pass under the lamplight and glance back. Just once. And they're still there. Still watching. Not following. Not yet. But the air behind you feels full.
You know, I don't think I would be as afraid of a vampire. Like, I'm imagining this guy in, like, a top hat and, like, a trench coat. Just, like, standing, looking at the ground. Right? It would be a hell of a lot scarier if they were, like, from the Smile movie. Like, that would be the creepiest thing. I wouldn't be able to do that. Like, alone at night, and you're just, like, in an alleyway, and some guy's just under a street lamp, just, like, staring at you. Like, that would be fucking mortifying.
Walking. The street narrows. You pass a door that's been left ajar. A tiny convenience shop with flickering fluorescent lights. You step inside. A woman is sweeping in the back. The figure who follows you lingers in the street opposite, watching. They don't enter the store. The woman in the back calls out in broken English.
You're American, just shoot him. I don't have silver bullets. Dick. You're an American. Just shoot him. Huh. Just take out your gun. All of you have. Right? You guys are always killing each other with them. This time, there's a reason to have one.
I finish in 10. Safe. She gestures
Silver doesn't kill vampires. Fake horror fan. It's a wooden stake to the heart. Garlic is dangerous to them. What does a silver bullet kill? That's a werewolf.
The small delivery van parked in the alley.
Buddy, I've watched almost every season of Supernatural, okay? Buddy, I've seen almost every season of Supernatural. You don't think I know? You don't think I know the lore on how to kill a vampire?
Out back. What do you do? Option A, accept. You wait inside with her until she finishes, then take the van. Option B, politely decline and continue walking towards your inn, staying on.
Oh shit! What's happening? Sorry.
She gestures toward the small delivery van parked in the alley out back. What do you do? Option A, accept. You wait inside with her until she finishes, then take the van. Option B, politely decline and continue.
The woman calls out in broken English. You take my lift? I finish in 10, safe. She gestures towards a small delivery van in the alley out back. I think I'd kill her if she pressed me, so I think I'm going to accept.
You walking towards your inn, staying on lit streets. Option C, ask if you can wait inside the shop for a few minutes, and then leave on foot once the figure is gone. Or option D, step outside the shop and try to confront the follower. See if they'll speak.
C.
So the correct answer here is option C. Ask if you can wait inside the shop for a few minutes and then leave on foot once the figure is gone. So the reason this is the right answer is because here you're buying time without committing to transport. Here you're under light, on neutral ground with a potential ally, and you're not putting yourself in a confined space with anyone. Option A, getting into a stranger's vehicle.
And if this old lady presses me, I put her in a full Nelson.
Gamble, especially down a dark alley. Even if she seems kind, you can't verify her intentions, or who else might be involved. Waiting inside the shop is also a gamble, but it's a lower risk one. In the van, you're in a confined space, and if it's a trap, there's no exit. Whereas the shop is still in a public-facing, visibly lit area where you can leave at any time and there are multiple exits. Option B, continuing alone, is the wrong answer because this keeps you exposed, and you're gambling that the figure outside won't escalate the moment you leave the range of potential witnesses. Option D, confrontation, is the most dangerous move here, elevating the encounter into a challenge, and you don't know who the figure is, or what they want. Speaking to something you don't—
He could just be a fucking crackhead. Like, what do we talk? I mean, we don't even know if he's a vampire yet. I just left the bar and the first guy I see under a dim lit lamp, I'm thinking is a fucking vampire. That's just like paranoia.
Understand is often how these stories end. So you linger inside the shop. The woman keeps sweeping. Slow.
The literal first guy I see. We're in Romania. Okay, I'm in Romania. I'm in Albania. I'm in the Balkans. All right. And the first guy I see after I leave the bar is just fucking standing there, and I'm like, must be Nosferatu.
And rhythmic. She doesn't speak to you, but she doesn't ask you to leave either. The figure stands outside, still watching. Minutes pass, and then, finally, they step backward into the dark. They just vanish behind a parked car. The woman stops sweeping. Go, now, she says. It won't stay gone. You thank her quietly and step out. The street is silent. You walk fast. You reach the guest house gate. You step through, and you're about to feel relief until you see it. The figure is back, 20 feet behind you, just beyond the outer lamp. Then,
bro, I'm about to just make myself like a fucking gross, like, dude, like, if a vampire's trying to kill me, I'm about to just cover myself in poop. Like, because, bro, that's like ruining the meal. You know what I mean? Like, this guy wants to eat me. Like, if I just like cover myself in feces, like, he's not gonna fucking eat me. Like, no, seriously, bro. Yeah, like, cover myself in onions and garlic and fucking poop. Make myself smell putrid, dude.
They speak, voice low.
Vomit everywhere.
Like breath on glass. I'm so cold. Please, only a minute. Your charm is warm in your pocket. Across the street, A window flickers with a faint glow of the television. A cat watches from the garden wall. What do? Option A, crack the gate just.
Oh my god. Beyond the auto lamp, they speak voice low like a low breath. I'm so cold, please only a minute. Charm is warm in your pocket. Across the street, a window flickers with a faint glow of the television. A cat watches from the garden wall.
Enough to shine your phone flashlight outside without stepping out. Option B, step inside, lock the gate, and call the host quietly. Option C, open the gate and offer to bring them a blanket. Test their reaction. Or option D, pretend you can't hear them and go straight inside without looking back.
Crack the gate just enough to shine your phone flashlight outside. That's a bad play. Step inside, lock the gate, and call the host quietly. I'm thinking, like, it's probably B or D. But you're not supposed to just, like, ignore them. Open the gate and offer to bring them a blanket. That's the worst one. D.
So the correct answer here is option B, step inside.
I said that, and then I saw my chatter say D, and I felt like that was probably the right answer. You guys suck.
Lock the gate and call the host quietly. So the reason this is the right answer is because here, this is barrier control. Don't trade your physical threshold for a moral test. The correct move here preserves your strongest defensive asset, which is the locked gate. Calling the host quietly will also record your situation and possibly produce a local authority figure, or at least flags the interaction. Option A, cracking the gate and shining the light, is the wrong answer.
What if I just start fucking screaming, dude? Like, why is that not an option? Me just be like, help! Help!
Because any opening here
Make a commotion.
Leverage. A small light leak shows that you're present and reactive, and it might also reveal your silhouette, which might leave you vulnerable. Option C, offering a blanket, is also the wrong answer, because you just invited proximity and possibly rewarded a manipulative plea. Even if it's genuine, you have no idea whether the person is alone or if they're baiting you. And you
and it was a homeless woman. She froze to death. Well,
have to prioritize your safe option B. That's because the outcome here is identical, but option D misses the communication step. The host call matters, because it creates a record and may add someone who can vouch for you, or check outside. You're inside now. The door is locked. The hallway is dim. The air inside feels warm and too still. You listen for footsteps. You don't hear any, but the charm in your pocket is hot. You reach the stairs to your room. Then, a knock. Not at the front door, but the back one. You freeze. Then, a voice, low and calm. It's the guest house owner. We saw someone outside. Just checking that you made it in okay. It's
not responding. Yo, you know what I'm doing here? I'm locking all of the doors. I'm locking the door to the bedroom. And then I'm putting a blindfold over my eyes and shoving cotton in my ears. And then I'm falling asleep. Because it's not allowed in unless you let it in. So just fucking go to bed.
Sounds like the same voice from earlier, but quieter, slower. How do you respond? Option A, call out from the stairs. I'm okay,
no!
Thank you. Option B, say nothing. Stay out of sight and wait for a follow-up knock. Option C, walk to the back door and check the peephole. Or option D, text the host if you can get signal and ask if he sent someone.
C. Oh, wait. D.
So the correct answer here is option D, text the host and verify. So the reason this is the right answer is because verification is everything. If you're unsure, don't guess. Cross-reference. Even with no bars.
All right, I don't need to know why the other ones were wrong.
Light backup, no door camera, and no sound insulation. The figure outside is silent, unnaturally so. And if you press your eye to the glass, you might be gathering intel, but you're also giving it, the thing outside, your breath, your silhouette, and also your location. And if they're already covering the peephole, then you've gained nothing, and you've also just let them know you're home and afraid. You text the host. Someone just knocked. Did you send someone to check on me?
Why don't I put like dish soap on the floor so if he comes in, he like slips and eats shit? Like I do like a Home Alone setup where, you know, I like put a mannequin up in like a window or something. You know, like, yeah, like set up like a booby trap.
There's no reply. You stay quiet. You don't call out. You don't open the door. You wait.
A banana peel. I only have one banana. I just put a banana peel in the middle of the fucking room. Well, he's got about a 5% chance of slipping on that.
5 long minutes. Finally. No one should be there. You lock the door. Move upstairs. As you reach your room, the charm around your neck suddenly pulses. A sharp heat, like it's reacting to something. Through the window, you can see a figure standing across the road. Not moving. You can't tell.
Dude, that's terrifying. Any horror game you're playing, you look at the window, there's somebody just across the road under the street lamp, just like looking.
It's the same one. What do? Option A, close the blinds slowly. Control what they see. Option B, keep the lights off and monitor them from the shadows. Option C, step into view just briefly and then vanish.
I'm straight up mooning that motherfucker. What? Bro, that motherfucker follows you, and you know he's a vampire. You just fucking straight moon his ass.
No, you're not afraid. Or option D, shift away from the window and try to track them using the reflection in the glass.
Oh, shit. Wait, I gotta pick an answer. Close the blinds, slowly control what they see. Yeah, mooning them's not an option. Close the blinds, slowly control what they see. Keep the lights off and monitor them for the shadows. Step into view just briefly, then vanish. Shift away from the window and try knocking your track to use the deflection of the glass. I'm gonna go B.
So the correct answer here is option B. Keep the lights off.
I need to know why the other ones are wrong. If I get it right, I'm just moving on.
No lights, no blinds, no speaking. You stand there in the dark, watching them watch. The figure shifts, almost imperceptibly. Then, very slowly, it turns its head. Not toward you, toward the window of the house next door. The one with the TV glow. And then, it vanishes. Charm in your neck cools slightly. Only slightly. You exhale. And then, 3 light taps on your window. You're on the 2nd floor. There's no balcony, just glass. What do? Option A, speak softly through the wall. I'm calling police. Option B, approach the window with your phone flashlight. Option C, stay exactly where you are and count 60 seconds. Or option D, throw your charm against the window to test the reaction.
Bro, I'm going, freeze! Freeze! And I'm going, and he's going to hear that noise, and he's going to go, maybe I should leave. Maybe I should leave. Refund those push-ups. Not doing channel point redemptions today. Speak softly through the wall. I'm calling the police. Approach the window with your phone flashlight. Stay exactly where you are and count to 60. Why the fuck would I do that? I'm not throwing the charm. I feel like the charm is a good thing to have on my person. It's kind of like a totem of undying in Minecraft. I think it would keep me alive in case it attacks. I don't want to speak. I don't want to approach it. I'm going to go C.
So the correct answer here is option C. Stay still and count 60 seconds. So the reason this is the right answer is
well, actually, I kind of do want to know why that's the right answer.
because here, psychologically and tactically, you're in information denial mode. Do not react to lures or tests. Counting time helps you regulate your panic, it keeps your breathing slow, and it allows external movement patterns to surface. And it also tests them. How long will they wait? Option A, threatening to call the police, is the wrong answer.
Yo, but I'm, like, waiting with a vampire right now. Like, how do I know that they're not going to, like, just fucking break the window? Like, they're not allowed because it's vampire rules? Phone lights up, unknown number. You answer, calm voice says your full name first and last.
You answer. A calm voice says your full name, first and last. And then, please open the door. We need to verify you're okay. This line is being monitored. We're with police dispatch.
Cap.
What do? Option A, say, what's your badge number and station? Option B, hang up. Text your host again.
B.
Option C, say nothing. Listen for mistakes in what they say. Or option D, say, I'm not home, and pretend you're somewhere else.
B. It's B or C, but B.
So the correct answer here is option C, say nothing. Listen for mistakes in what they say. So the reason this is the right answer is because silence here is your strongest tool. They already have your name, but you don't need to give them anything else. Speaking gives away stress, alertness, and possibly your location or your accent. Option A, demanding ID, feels like the smart answer, but it's ultimately wrong because without an official callback...
Straight screaming and slapping my belly like drums. You think that would scare them away?
Number, it's meaningless. Option B, texting your host, is good, but premature. You need to assess the threat first. And option D, lying is the wrong answer because this shows panic. And once you speak, you've already revealed your voice. Silence is the strongest move here. Let them keep talking. Real dispatch.
All right, is all of this just going to revolve around silence, though? Like, when am I going to be able to, like, kill him?
Not breathing, not interference. Like a second voice. Whispering, just a half second too late. Echoing the same sentence, as if something was repeating the line, trying to copy the tone. You hang up. No one calls back. You're still in the guest house. The doors are locked. No one's gotten in. You've double-checked. But something isn't right. The silence is too complete.
He's in.
You pass by the hallway mirror, and something catches your eye. You pause. In the mirror, you are there. But only faintly, like your image is half erased. And then, for a split second, there's something else. A second reflection, not mirroring your movement. You blink, and it's gone. What do? Option A.
Yo, any of those, like, horror films where they look in the mirror and there's somebody in the background, and when they turn, they're not there? And then they, like, look back, and they're still in the mirror. They turn, they're not there. They look back, and then it's right next to their face, and they turn, and they're there. Oh! No. I can't do that. That would be never break a mirror. Why?
Break the mirror. Option B. Use your phone camera to check the reflection again. Option C. Leave the hallway. Mirrors can lie. Or option D. Adjust the lighting to verify distortions.
All right, so there's a second reflection. So somebody's in the mirror. I kind of want to break the mirror, but that seems kind of stupid. Use your phone camera to check the reflection. I'm gonna leave the hallway.
So the correct answer here is option D, adjust the lighting. So the reason this is the right answer is because optical distortions are common in dim or angled lighting, and fear warps interpretation. Before you assume supernatural influence, verify the reflection against real-world physics. Bad lighting, double-pane mirrors, or backlighting can distort even your own.
Bro, I'm not gonna be that calm in this situation. A vampire's trying to fucking kill me. I'm not gonna be able to be like, you know, maybe the physics, maybe the lighting of this is just skewing. You know, obviously I'm under some sort of duress right now, and that might be skewing my my perceptions of whether or not there's something in the mirror. If I see a if I walk in and I turn and I see somebody in the mirror, I'm darting out. No part of me is going, maybe I should tweak the lighting angles here.
Sorry,
what the
your
fuck?
host. Finally calling back, but your pulse it just delays it. So you adjust the lighting, and the mirror now shows your full reflection. Nothing strange, but your pulse hasn't slowed. And then, a vibration. Your phone. It's your host. Finally calling back.
Wow,
You answer.
finally.
Don't open the door, your host says quickly. No matter what you hear, it's not. The call cuts out. You barely have time to process before there's a knock. At the front door. Same voice. It's me. Sorry, phone died. Let me in? Same cadence, same tone, same man. But that's not possible. What do you do? Option A. Ask him what room number you're in. Option B. Ask him what you were wearing when you checked in. Option C, wait for him to say something you didn't tell him. Or option D, slide your phone under the door with a voice recorder on.
I'm not giving my phone to the fucking vampire. What idiot would pick D? Why would I slide my phone under the door? I'm giving them my phone? That's the worst possible. Nobody would pick that. Wait for him to say something you didn't tell him. C.
So the correct answer here is option A, ask what room number you're in.
What?
So the reason this is the right answer is because room number is fast, innocuous, and it's specific. Only the real host or someone who's watched you check in would know it. It's a classic confirmation test that sounds casual, but it reveals a lot of information. Option B, asking him what clothes you were wearing, is not the best answer because this is a vague detail and it could easily be guessed. Option C, waiting, is also not the best option here because it puts you in a passive mode and time matters here. And option D, sliding...
Puts you in a passive mode. Every other answer was, hey, just wait. Time is silence's fucking strength. That's what every other one. It's like, oh yeah, no, being quiet's the best thing you could do.
Your phone under the door sounds clever, but
now it sucks. Now I'm asking him questions. I'm fucking. What are we playing? Jeopardy? What room number am I?
Delays action, and you need answers immediately. He gets the answer wrong. He says room 4. You're in room 7. You don't speak. You don't move. And eventually the voice stops. You back away from the door. That's when you smell it. The air inside is shifted, and there's a new scent in the guest room hallway.
And what if he got it right? What if you just got lucky? What if I go, what room number am I? He goes, 7. And I go, oh. And then that motherfucker eats me.
Wet soil. Iron. No open windows yet. You checked earlier. It wasn't here before. What do you do? Option A, check under the bed. Option B, check the closet. Option C, smell your charm. Or option D, open your suitcase to see if something was placed in.
Why am I smelling my charm? These all feel like bad answers. There's a putrid smell in the room. I'm either looking under the bed, looking in the closet, smelling the charm, or opening my suitcase. I'm gonna go C, smell the charm.
So the correct answer here is option B, open your closet. So the reason
Why? Why is that the right answer?
This is the right answer because in both real intrusions and folklore, closets are containment points for bodies, bags, traps, or things that don't belong. If someone is broken in, this is the most likely hiding space. And if the lore is
okay, and then I open the door and he kills me.
True, that smell of damp soil isn't just rot. Some say that vampires carry the earth with them from their homeland. Option A, checking under the bed, is the wrong answer because under the bed checks require you to lower yourself, which is dangerous unless you know it's necessary. Option C, smelling your charm, is not the right answer because the charm heats when danger's near.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, I lower myself, but if I stand like 3 feet away, you gotta think, bro, somebody under a bed's in a very vulnerable position. You're like under the bed like this. Like, if I see him, he would have to crawl out from under the bed to hurt nip slip. He would have to crawl from out under the bed to hurt me.
You know this, but it doesn't speak. It doesn't tell you where or who, just that something's wrong. And option D, ripping open your suitcase, is not the best answer because this wastes time and it's not the logical origin point for the smell. The closet is empty, but the smell lingers, so you shut it. Slowly. And then something calls you back to the mirror. You glance at it once more. You see yourself again. Fully this time. Then for a blink, 2 of you. And then it's just you again. What do? Option A, cover the mirror with a towel. Option B, take a photo of it. Option C, touch the glass. Or option D, pretend it didn't happen.
Not D. There's 2 of me. I'm going to cover the mirror or take a photo. I'm going to cover the mirror. I'm not touching the glass.
So the correct answer here is option A, cover the mirror. So the reason this is the right answer is because mirrors are psychological vulnerabilities.
Yup, knew that. Next.
For a reason. It gives them invitation. And option D, ignore from outside. It's slightly better. And then you hear something. Low. From outside. A growl. You look out the window. 2 dogs
I growl back.
are across the yard. One stares up at your window. The other is tense, ears flat. They don't bark. They don't blink. And then, both bolt into the trees. What do you do? Option A.
2 dogs are across the yard. One stares at the window. The other is tense and ears are flat.
Ignore it. Dogs are random. Option B. Watch where they run. Option C. Close the blinds. Or option D. Move to a room without windows.
Bro, what? This is getting so hard. She said it was going to get harder, but now I have no idea what to do. I see 2 dogs in the yard. One of them's looking at me, and the other one's tense, and then it runs into the trees. Dogs are random, ignore it. Watch where they run, close the blinds. Where they run, they're running away. That's stupid. Dogs are random, that's also stupid. Close the blinds or move to a room without windows. Move to a room without windows. D.
So the correct answer here is option B. Watch where the dogs run. So the reason this is the right answer is because animals react to what we can't sense. In both real-world encounters and...
So why the fuck would I look where they're running? Would I want to look at what they're running from? Why would I go, where are they running? They're running somewhere safe. Why? I feel like I would be like, okay, well, they saw something they didn't like.
Supernatural door, dogs and cats often alert first. Their direction of escape tells you where not to go, and maybe where it is going next. Option A, ignoring...
What? Their direction of escape tells you where not to go. Wouldn't it tell you where to go? They're not running where it's going next. That doesn't make any sense, right?
Them is wrong because here you're just ignoring a warning system. Option C, closing the blinds, is denial and blindness. You know something's going on. And option D, retreating to a blind room, is also wrong because this just removes all visibility. You watch the dogs. They didn't bark. They just ran. Away from the gate. Past your house. Like they were avoiding it, or something near it. That means whatever scared them is close. It's watching. You move to the far room. Smaller. Fewer windows. Quieter. Until it isn't. A noise inside the wall. Scraping. Wet. Like something breathing through plaster. It moves an inch at a time. Closer. What do you do? Option A, knock back, test if it responds. Option B, turn off all lights and listen. Option C, bang hard, scare it away. Or option D, leave the room quietly and lock the door.
Bro, why can't I have an option where, like, I stab a knife through the fucking drywall? Like, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm shooting through the wall. The sound seems to move closer an inch at the time. Knock back, see if it responds. Turn off the lights. Bang hard to scare it away. Leave the room quietly. Lock the door behind you. D. Get away from it. Kind of
so the correct
segment
answer
it
here
away
is
from
option
you.
D. Leave the room
Easy.
quietly and lock the door.
Easy. See, like, some of them are very predictable.
Banging the wall is wrong because the scrape doesn't follow. You close the door. You turn the lock. The house falls silent again. The air temperature drops. Your breath fogs. And then the charm around your neck burns once. Sharp. And then it goes cold. You turn around. There's someone in the far corner. Not moving. Knees pulled to their chest. A woman. Her hair falls across her face. You didn't see her arrive.
Dude, UFC fight. She's just in the room. I'm going, wham! Wham! Right to the jaw, dude. When I tell you I'm killing her instantly.
She whispers, "Don't let them in. They follow the lonely ones." And then she says your name. You never told her your name. What do you do? Option A, ask her how she knows you. Option B, back out of the room without responding. Option C, offer her the charm. Or option D, demand she proves she's alive.
Back out of the room without responding.
So the correct answer here is option B, back out of the room without responding. So the reason this is the right answer is because here you're facing an unknown person who somehow knows your name. In this setting, that's a huge alarm bell. If it's a real...
How'd she even get in the room? It's not even that she knows your name. She's just like a random woman.
Out into the hallway. The doorframe is cool against your shoulder as you pass through, and you shut the door. The whisper stops. Nothing follows. Then, through the thin wood, you hear the faintest flutter, like paper folding in on itself. You risk a glance through the crack at the bottom, and there's no shadow. No feet. No one. Only carpet. And dust. And then your phone buzzes. It's an unknown number. Not international. Local area code. You answer. And the voice that answers back is yours. "You have to let me in. I'm still out here. They took my place." You don't remember speaking those words. You're holding the phone. You're sure it's real. What do you do? Option A, hang up and turn off the phone.
A.
Option B, say, where are you, and wait for a location. Option C, put the phone on speaker and keep listening. Or option
C.
D, say, I'm not home, and pretend you're somewhere else.
No. Don't put it on speaker because then that alerts them of your location. A.
So the correct answer here is option A, hang up and turn.
Because if you put that bitch on speaker, then they're going to yap. They don't know where you are.
Turn off the phone. So the reason this is the right answer is because earlier, listening quietly was smart because you were gathering intel about an unknown
Yeah, but
person.
now they in the
But
house.
here, this isn't a stranger trying to prove your identity. This is your own voice on the line telling you things that you've never said. That's not information, that's intrusion. Every extra second risks
Yeah, knew that.
long, slow footsteps.
Shut off the phone. Screen stays black. No signal. House is silent. Too silent. Faint sound in the hallway. Slow footsteps.
The figure doesn't knock now. It scratches. Long drags of nail across the wood. The frame groans. The lock trembles. You can hear voices now. Not one, several. Whispering your name from different directions. The front, the back, even the
Yo,
roof.
there's a pack of these motherfuckers coming for you. Oh, no. I thought it was one vampire.
Your clock reads 5:41 a.m. Dawn is close, but not here. You have to choose. Option A, bolt through the back exit. Option B, move upstairs
I use a UV light and shine it at the vampires.
to put more barriers between you and them. Option D, confront the door, brace it with your body in the charm. Or option D, open a window upstairs and call for help.
All right, so if I reach daytime, I'm chilling. Bolt through the back exit while they're still outside. My hangover's starting to kick in a little bit. Okay, so my head's pounding a little bit. I'm thinking about Advil. Adrenaline's rushing now. I'm a little dehydrated from the amount of drinks I've had at the bar. Slightly out of breath. I kind of have to poop. Bolt through the back exit while they're still outside. Move upstairs to put more barriers between you and them. Confront the door. Brace it with your body in the charm. Open a window upstairs and call for help. B.
So the correct answer here is option B, move upstairs and put more barriers.
Easy.
And option D, yelling for help, is them. So you climb the stairs, 2 at a time. The voices rise behind you, scraping, rattling, and then they fall silent. You bar the upper door. The first shaft of light cuts across the floorboards. When you risk a glance through the window, the street is empty. The house is silent now. No whispers, no scratching, just the groan of old beams under the first light. Your clock reads 6:02 a.m. The sky is pale blue. You step carefully to the window. The street is empty. The figure is gone. On the floor by the door, you see it. The charm, snapped cleanly in half. You survived the night. Or maybe you were let go.
Oh.
So that wraps up the last of the questions, and
Fire, dude. We survived the night. Oh, wait, no, there's a graph to see, like, how well I did.
anymore. If you
How
scored
many
between
did I get wrong?
7 to 10 points, and you survived, but just through the skin of your teeth. You lasted until dawn, but only because the next time you're home, and when silence was permanent, you didn't hesitate.
How many did I get wrong? Like 4? 5? I was 11 to 14. I feel like I got most of them right. 6? Okay, I still didn't get 7 to 10. I survived, but something followed you home. You made enough good choices to see daylight. You missed something. A window left ajar, a word spoken with the silence safer, and now the figure knows you. Survival's temporary. No, because I'm not staying in fucking Albania or Algeria for the rest of my fucking life. I'm hopping back on that fucking Delta Airlines flight and taking the fucking 15-hour flight home, okay? And that vampire ain't getting on a goddamn airplane. I'm sure of it, okay? So I'm dipping, right? And then I'm gonna deal with the Jersey Devil. Not Algeria. Albania. Sorry.
You shut every door, you killed every channel, and you gave nothing away. When dawn came, it found you whole. And for tonight, at least, you won. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you
Sick. I love those survival quizzes. They're so fun. Fucking subbed oddly specific crystal. The zombie one was really fun, too. All right, we'll save this actor one for another day. We'll watch this Mr. Beast video and the philosophy one, and then we'll play a little bit of games. This is a Face IQ video. I hadn't heard of this guy prior to this video, but I think he is a part of, like, the... Not looks... I don't know, looks maxing black pill community. He does a lot of, like, physical analysis or analyses of people and how they look. And he is going to be criticizing my video today about me making fun of the black pill community.
Lamest people on the internet. The internet's got a variety of...
Is this in super speed?
That would be you.
Niches and groups. But I think I found the lamest one. You know, looks maxes. This is them, but like even lamer somehow.
Brain rot content.
Blackpilling. Bro, I keep getting on, like, black pill content. Like, people use this one clip of me.
Why is he watching my video in 2x?
Where I say the first thing that somebody recognizes about you is your looks, and that's how they determine whether or not they're attracted to you.
Yeah, that's how it works, yeah.
Because of copyright? I don't think you would get copyrighted for reacting to my content.
And that's how they determine.
Hold up. I gotta restart this video. That just took me off. That took me by surprise. This was in 2x.
Lamest people on the internet. The internet's got its variety of
That would be you.
niches and groups, but I think I found the lamest one. You know, looks maxes. This is them, but like even lamer somehow.
Brain rot content.
Blackpilling. Bro, I keep getting on, like, black pill content. Like, people use this one clip of me where I say the first thing that somebody recognizes about you is your looks, and that's how they determine whether or not they're attracted to you.
Yeah, that's how it works, yeah.
But then after that, I talk about how the majority of building a relationship and actually getting somebody to like you is your personality. And
Okay, remember, a prerequisite's more important than that, remember?
they just cut that off. So
the prerequisite is more important in the sense of starting a conversation, but personality does matter for building relationships with people. Yes, your looks get your foot in the door, but after your foot's in the door, your foot could get crushed pretty quick if you don't know what to do next, you know? Like, just looking good doesn't mean that you're going to nail, you know, like, a good conversation. You might get that conversation started. Yo, throw it in sub only. You might get that conversation started, but you're not going to be able to fucking continue it after that.
they just
No, we understand that. We just understand a prerequisite's inherently more important because it's the prerequisite. If you do not meet the physical standards, then you are rejected. Does that make sense?
cut that off. So
I don't think it's an immediate rejection. If you don't meet the physical standards of somebody, they're less likely to spark a conversation with you because they would be less interested in you to begin with. But it is proven that partners find each other more and more attractive through, you know, compatibility over time. Like, if you are maybe not, you know, the most attractive person in the world to somebody, like, say they think you're a 7, not a 10, as they get to know you, they would perceivably find you more and more attractive because of your personality. But I get what you're saying in that, like, the prerequisite of any initial relationship is attraction, you know, physical attraction. I'm not disagreeing with the black pill community about that. I think I might have contradicted myself at times in that video that I made as well, where I was criticizing the black pill community, because yes, there is, I'm not saying that looks don't matter in relationships, because that's a lie, right? They do. Because when you meet somebody, the first thing you notice is what they look like. I get what you're saying prerequisite-wise on that, but to say that the prerequisite is what matters the most, okay, fine. But that's only the first second of a relationship. You know, you can't say the rest of the shit doesn't matter.
They put the clip of, like, me saying, hey, like, people, the first thing that somebody notices about you is your looks. And then they're just like, yep, that's it. Like, that's not it. Like,
But it's the most important, which is what the black pill says. It says physical attractiveness is the most important thing for attracting women. So
physical attractiveness is the most critical factor in determining men's dating success, especially in modern Western culture. A man's money, status, and social skills are argued to be other factors of secondary importance. An expanded alternate theory definition proposes that a man's dating and life outcome generally relies on genetically determined traits. I think that dating success in terms of landing the first date, but I would argue that somebody that is insufferable as a person, regardless of looking like Marlon, you know, is going to fail in the dating pool if they are, you know, fucking a dickhead, you know? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you, yes, you could be really attractive, but if after that first date, you know, they go, wow, that person's a dud, they're going to fucking leave. It doesn't matter if you're hot.
Your height, your frame, your physique, your face. That's the most important. Understand?
I think finding somebody attractive is off looks. Like, that does matter.
Okay.
Some people say it does, but
if it's the prerequisite, then it's the most important. Because if you fail it, then your personality doesn't matter, right? It's pretty simple logic.
Yeah, but it's like you're ignoring every other factor. It's like the prerequisite's the most important, so it's what matters the most. Okay, but I think you're going to realize after you spend 8 years fucking looks maxing that when you finally get into a long-term relationship, you know nothing about compatibility because everything that you've done is focused on what you look like. Like, I just feel like it's not bad to say I need to look more attractive to get dates, but it's like, I guess maybe, I'm not saying it's the black pill community in general, it's the black pill influencers that I see on TikTok, which maybe that's brain rot clips, but a lot of the black pill influencers that I see are more raving about how looks matter so much that it is the only thing you should care about in like, you know, day-to-day, functionality of your life. You know, you should be working out, which is good for your health, but it's not like, hey, you should be working out for your health and for looks. It's like everything you do around yourself should be focused on facilitating your fucking 1 out of 10 rating on how good you look. And that breeds narcissism. Does it not? Like, would that not make you more dickheadish? Like, if you can't focus on your looks that heavily day to day and not become an asshole. And that's coming from somebody that claims I used to be a narcissist. I used to care so much about how I look. That's not one of the only reasons, but it's like, I used to be more narcissistic, you know? Like, so if you can't sit here and go, oh, I'm going to care about all I look, that's the only thing that I'm going to fucking focus on, and then not become like a fucking asshole. Because you're going to be so hyper-focused on you, you know, not anybody else. Not like taking care of the person, having the conversation. You get your foot in the door. After that, they're going to fucking slam it in your face. It doesn't matter.
In terms of long-term relationship capability, no. But I'm saying, yeah.
But it's the prerequisite, remember?
That's the first thing that somebody recognizes about you is your looks, because that's their subconscious opinion is going to be how you look. But that's not the only thing that matters. And like, the way
Yes, and no one claims otherwise.
that I understand Black Pill is that the only thing that matters is your...
No, it's the most important thing by definition, not the only thing. Idiot.
It's not the only thing, but yes. Saying it's the most important thing, though, and putting that much weight on looks diverts attention from other categories of yourself, right? That's the point that I'm trying to make. You know, you're never building anything about you outside of your looks, right? Your hobby is what you look like because you focus so much on that.
Your looks. And I think that's wrong. Because
Yeah, that is. That's a straw man because the Black Pill doesn't say that. Idiot.
that is where not only, yes, maybe in the terms of like the first thing somebody notices is your looks, but then they're going to realize your entire personality is structured around how you look, which is like obscene narcissism. Like, it's just...
Yeah, I'm kind of just repeating myself.
It actually hasn't been an issue in my experience.
That would be a fallacy. Idiot. What? Like, you literally, that would be a fallacy. That's in my experience. I'm using a fallacy. You're using a fallacy. Don't point out that we're using fallacies if you're also going to use fallacies. In your experience, doesn't fucking matter, right? Like, now we're agreeing to disagree. Now we're both sitting here just going, all right, well, we're arguing in terrible formats. In a court of law, this wouldn't hold up because we're just using illogical points.
A fucking rapport within yourself of like, I look great, I look awesome. This is how I need to look. I need to change my haircut. I need to start mewing. Maybe I should get facial surgery.
Well, yes, an idiot who's talking about mewing, perhaps.
Bro, you're 20. Bro, your brain's not even done developing yet. You're gonna get fucking plastic surgery.
Your brain never stops developing. You don't understand the science about that, though, do you?
No, your brain doesn't stop developing. Your brain constantly ages throughout the entirety of your life. But the majority of brain growth and development starts, kind of slow turning down at around 25, if I'm correct on that. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's like your brain still ages and your brain changes throughout your entire life. But that's kind of to also compensate for certain parts of your brain getting more, I guess, dumbed down or dying, right? That's why, like, wisdom is usually kind of prized through older people, whereas, like, intelligence, reaction time, and, like, in-the-moment decision-making is more prominent for younger individuals, right? Like, strategy, like, wisdom, like, all that stuff, carries through, and you get that through not only experience, but also brain development. But, yeah, I think I was more so saying, like, getting surgery to look different when you're below 25 and you haven't even physically stopped changing is absurd, Like, you see these guys that are like, I'm going to get plastic surgery, and they're 19, they're 20. I'm like, you might look different. Obviously, your bone structure isn't really going to change much. So I see what they're saying in that sense, but it's like, maybe give it some time.
Never stops. The 25 figure is false. It never stops developing.
20 years old because you think that you don't look good. Like, it's your life, fine.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, don't think that, like, that's the end all be all on whether or not people are going to like you is how you look. It's because they take...
It is, essentially.
Like, the idea of Black Pill is they take something that isn't absurd to say and then make that the only thing that matters. Like, good-looking people...
Is he going to say it's the prerequisite for the 50th time?
...get better connections in life. Is that true?
Correct.
To a degree? Potentially.
To a high degree. In fact, if you look at the CEOs of the Fortune 500, I think the average height is 6'3". It's fucking insane. Like, height in success is super important.
I'm not going to disagree with the idea that looking better enables you to get more connections, because you find more utility-based friend, or not utility-based friends. You find there's like 3 different types of friends in Aristotle's not Nicomachean. Is it Nicomachean Ethics? There's 3 types of friends. One's like of utility, one's of something else, and one's of virtue. And the one in the middle is like friend of value or something, and you kind of like being around them. And a lot of like success stories in the business sense are of attractive people that kind of brought themselves up rather than having like nepotism behind them where they, grew into wealth. But that's also because they had to make themselves stand out. And yes, more attractive people do, tend to do that. I'm not going to disagree with that.
But I think that...
Yes, your brain is...
Brady said, yes, height.
Very neuroplastic.
Brady's 6'5" at heart.
Plastic, it develops the rest of your life. It never stops developing. That 25 figure is false.
The idea that looking good gets your foot in the door. But when you...
So that's more important, isn't it? Because if you don't get in the door, then your personality doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, but if you're focusing on success in the business world and a huge portion of your day is dedicated to how you look, and then you actually get down and you sit at that meeting and they interview you and they understand that you're a fucking dumb piece of shit because you haven't fucking studied what you need to know to get... Now we're not even talking about relationships. now we're just talking about like black pill, like how you look in the sense of like business success. Yes, looking good helps you land that interview. But then if you suck in the interview, they're not going to fucking hire you. You're not going to build that relationship with that person if you go out and get drinks and you actually shoot shit about what your ideas are, and your ideas are terrible. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, your ideas matter more than what you look like, Like, I just don't, I get what you're saying, and I agree that, like, how you look does aid success in the business sense, but it's not the thing that is determining whether or not you're successful.
Idiot.
But Joe, it's the prerequisite. I know it's the prerequisite. I know it is a prerequisite.
We care about looking good, and then you get your foot in the door, and they're like, okay, hey.
But if you nail that prerequisite, you've done 90% of the work.
No, you haven't. What? Bro, you're acting like life is like a YouTube thumbnail. Like, oh my gosh. It's just like, if you're trying to date to fuck, maybe. Like, if you're just trying to get one night stand hookups and you just want to look good so people will just have sex with you, fine. But if you actually want to have a girlfriend and a wife, and you only focus on how you look, they're not going to like you.
If you actually look good enough for someone to want to date you long term, you have surpassed 90% of men. So,
bro, I'm going to have the counterpoint, though, that, like, women get with guys, you see, there's so many people, and they get judged for it. I have so many friends that even they themselves say their girlfriend's out of their league. And they're not looks maxers, right? They land that girl because the girl likes them, Like, they like their personality, because the women that they're with have dated guys that maybe they would perceive as more attractive than them, right? But those guys were assholes. Those guys weren't treating them the way that they wanted to be treated. So it's like, I don't know. It's a fallacy, Joe? Yeah, bro. I'm not going to call him out on his I called him out on a fallacy because he called me out on one. I'm not going to sit here and say we're having some fucking actual debate. We're not debating. This is a conversation.
Then your personality matters a lot less because you're actually physically desirable. Don't you understand?
Your personality matters less because you're more physically desirable. I think in the sense of, having sex, but not in the sense of dating, Like, not in the sense of, like, actually being with someone.
And that.
And they start asking for your qualifications, or they want to learn about you, and you're the most dull person ever. Because,
yes, let's make up a fake scenario.
All you care about is whether or not you look appealing. It's like, man, that's like, I don't know.
Strawmans of despair.
So putting so much stress within yourself, The idea of having to constantly be like, I need to look this way. I need to be this attractive. It's, now you're like, you're hindering your own mood, the pivot of how you feel in life is going to be how you look that day.
Well, yeah, it's increased insecurity, you know? I think, and the one thing that I will say is, I don't think, like, a lot of black pillars mean to be mean when they're talking about looks. They look at it at a very objective sense, which I understand, right? They're not, like, making fun of you for being ugly. They're just like, you're a 5, you know? You're a 4. Your face dimensions are fucked. But it's like, if you're somebody that's a part of that community and you're, like, self-criticizing yourself, it's like, wouldn't you just go day to day being like, God, I'm so ugly. My facial structure sucks. You know, nobody's ever going to love me. It's like, fuck, man. Like, now, like, you're not confident in yourself. And confidence can stem from attraction, but confidence doesn't stem from how other people find you attraction. Confidence doesn't stem from how attractive other people find you. Confidence stems from how you feel about yourself. And if people are a part of the black pill community and gaining value out of that, I'm fine with it. You know, whatever. If you are more confident in yourself and because you're feeling like you need to do some sort of looks maxing thing, that's fine. But my concern is that, like, the self-love integrated with the idea of, like, hey, I'm so fucking ugly, my genetics suck, make you more insecure, and whatever you gain out of looks maxing in terms of objective attractiveness, you lose in insecurity, right? You might be more attractive to somebody else, but you won't hold that confidence because you're not confident in yourself.
Like, I don't know, man. And it's just like living for other people.
Black pill content. This is a group of people that believe looks and genetics are the most.
What if you're just ugly? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean if you're just ugly?
Important thing in life, and they decide how
The most important, correct. And not in life and dating.
every interaction is gonna go, which is, you know, sort of.
You were saying in life, though, because you're saying with business stuff too. And I would say this is more an argument less about dating and more about, like, hookups, right? Like, I get the argument for blackpilling if it's just like, I just want to look good so I could hook up with somebody I met at a bar, had a 10-minute conversation with, and then we fucking, you know, hooked up.
Every interaction is gonna go, which is, you know, sort of.
Well, what is it? It's like
False, that's a straw man.
it's like subhuman, sub 5, sub 3, low tier normie, high tier normie, Chad. Like, there's a ranking system in the black pill, like, community.
Correct.
Where they, like, rank what you look. And a lot of the time, they'll say that I'm, like, a normie or a low tier normie. Like, I saw one guy do
You're a normie.
a whole facial analysis on me, and he said I was a 5.
That's not inaccurate.
He said I was a 5. And he was like, if he fixed his hair
That's not inaccurate. Yeah, no, you got some problems.
and got Greek curls, he'd maybe be a little bit better. But they'll be
Yeah, it's largely you're exposing your
My fat fucking forehead. Yes. My gigantic cranium. My head is huge. Yes. I can't wear regular hats.
overly wide neurocranium.
God, this guy's growing on me. This guy's growing on me. It's your overly wide neurocranium. Your head looks weird. Just say that. Just say that. Why are you fucking making it all scientific? Just say my head looks fucking weird.
Doesn't look good.
My chin protrudes. Your nose is fucking crooked.
like, his nose is crooked, his jaw's too far out. I'm like, man.
Yeah, your jaw's too wide.
Bro, I don't care. And the guys that are making those analysis videos are like 3s. Like, I just, how are you going to sit there and make all of your content
Because their looks has nothing to do with yours, idiot.
about, like, hey, I'm going to rank how this person looks?
I could look like the most greasy, ugly subhuman or a Chad. It doesn't matter.
Oh my God. I hate, bro, subhuman. Like, bro, like, oh my God. Like, we're calling people subhuman because it's like, yo, you're so fucking, yeah. I get the point. I get the point where he's like, it doesn't matter if you're a 3 because it's about objective attractiveness. Like, a 3 is still ranking you on an objective scale knowing they're a 3. But it's just like, ugh.
I'm giving you an objective assessment, idiot. And also, it's funny, you're now referring to how they look as if that matters. So you're kind of implying the black pill yourself.
Well, I feel like it's the perceived aggression. I think I had a bad first look at the community in that, like, all the shit I would originally see was just like hate spewing about certain people and being like, oh, you're sub 3, you're subhuman. And there are people a part of the community that do that. But I think from the objective standpoint, it's not meant to be malicious. I was just kind of making fun of the people that are ugly, a part of the black pill community, that are being assholes, right? Does that make sense? Where it's like, you're not being objective, like you're ugly, and then also going on, you know, social media and just being like, this person's fugly as shit. Like the people that are in comment sections that make fun of people they deem as ugly when they themselves are twos. It's like, why are you doing that? Like, it's like you're putting yourself on a higher... It's like you're making fun of somebody else to try and put yourself up on a higher pedestal. It's like, let me find more people that are uglier than me because that'll make me, in retrospect, more attractive objectively. But it doesn't.
When you're, like, literally in a basement that's wet, underground.
And what does that have to do with your face if they're in a basement that's wet, Joe? What does that have
Nothing. You're right.
to do with your face, idiot?
Just like fucking...
He's called me an idiot like 30 times.
Just ranking people. I'm like, yeah.
What if they're fucking sucking a dick while they're rating you? Does that idiot?
Just like fucking... Just rank...
Oh my God.
I'm like, yeah.
What if they're fucking sucking a dick while they're rating you? Does that matter? No. Idiot.
A 5. I don't care. Right? Like, I used...
See, no, he just broke character there. What is with, like, the fucking... Like, the monotone... Show emotion. Show emotion. Why, like, he giggled for a second and then immediately... Look at him lock back in.
While they're rating you. Does that matter? No. Idiot.
A 5. I don't care.
No, and then he went,
right,
no, I gotta focus up.
I used to
Surely you don't. That's why you keep talking about it.
care so much about how I looked. And I still do fixate on certain things. Like, I fixate on my hair a lot, right? Because I do think I am going to go bald. And so that upsets me. But, like, there are days where I'll just be like, I didn't do my hair. And I'll just, like, fucking leave it. So.
And the thing that makes these people so lame is that they're quote-unquote straight men who edit other men because they think they look good. Or they argue about which man they think looks better in the comment section and just bully people who aren't conventionally attractive. When I know damn well...
Well, who's the famous guy that's technically the pinnacle of, like, black...
Keep pausing the video, bro.
Pill Chad. Oh, my God. Who is it? No, not Marlon.
You're pausing the video, too! Nah, this guy's being a cornball.
It's like a famous Hollywood actor. I don't know, man. I mean, like, this is...
Gotta prevent smile lines? No, I'm...
That's, like, one of the guys. I know, it's Ian Somerhalder. I would agree more on Ian Somerhalder than Jordan Barrett. Ian Somerhalder's a fucking hot guy. But, like, I don't know. Why is he the pinnacle of, like, Chad? Because his facial structure is good? Like, it's because, oh, well, they'll say I have a negative canthal tilt, too, and that makes me look like a bitch. I'm like, Chad, this is like...
That's something to laugh about.
Actual shit, where it's like...
It is something to laugh about because I don't care. Because if you're going to fucking sit there and cry about the fact that you have a negative canthal tilt, that's only making you less confident, more insecure, and more unattractive. Like, I know I'm contradicting myself in this video, but it's contradictive to view yourself in that negative of a way because then you're going against the idea of being more attractive because you're purposefully just making yourself more unappealing because you're now unconfident in yourself.
Analyze me and be like, yo,
I don't give a fuck, bro. My eyes are angled like that. Who cares?
Looks like a bitch.
No, your biggest issues are not that.
Okay. It's like if you ever want to feel the worst you've ever felt in your life, ask somebody from the black pill community to rate how attractive you are. And they will be like, yeah, man, I think it's cooked. You're so ugly. And I'm like, God damn, man. Like the fucking standards we have.
Oh, these people behind their desk looking like this and telling you this guy's right eyebrow is bigger than his left, so he's cooked. And then proceed to tell me this is the peak.
What a brain rot, like low IQ original video as well, like with this little corny editing. It's like appealing to what, 12-year-olds?
St. Don?
Male beauty.
Yeah, man. Bro, actually, some shit that looks like you got plastic surgery.
Alright, bro. As a part of this
Okay, and?
video, I've looked into the species. I'm a cold.
Honestly, bro, I think the biggest thing about attractiveness is how you carry yourself.
This guy can turn a 1-minute video into a 20-minute video.
Hey, that's the skill, brother. That's the skill. I might have some sort of attention disorder. I don't know. I've never been tested. That's a part of the fucking game, man. I could sit here and watch a 5-minute video for 4 hours.
And you could say this is like some glaze shit. I've seen a lot of guys that own how they dress. I think that's a big thing. What you wear changes. that's more than like
to the evil villain.
Dog in fucking Mew, so I can fix my facial structure, bro. If you like good drip and not like good drip where it's
Is that why you're wearing a fucking tank top and a shitty chain?
I need
shitty chain. This chain's fucking worth as much as your car.
Wear what people want me to wear.
What the fuck?
I mean, yes, it matters.
Shitty chain. It's a fucking gold Cuban. What do you mean shitty chain?
But holy fuck.
That you fuck with and you like and you own it. People find that attractive.
Dude, own that fucking style, bro.
What? No, I'm not saying, yo, I'm wearing a regular ass tank top. This wouldn't be like going out clothes. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yo, I'm going to go wear this. What I think the point that I'm making is like confidence is perceived as attractive, right? And I think the black pill community would say that confidence stems from attraction. But I would argue that confidence stems from inner like belief of attraction, right? Not how other people perceive you, right? Like if you're weighing how their perspective of you, if you're weighing their perspective more than your own, then that's gonna shoot insecurity through the fucking roof, right? Like you have to care more about how you look in your own brain than how other people perceive you. And the people that you can see it, obviously, like if you're out in public, there are people that carry themselves in a way that they feel, even if they're not like, you know, chads in like the objective sense, they're more attractive because they carry themselves in a, you know, fucking confident manner.
I'm not trying to say like Adam Sandler.
Wait. Let me show you.
Danny DeVito. Oh my God. Oh my. Yo, literally, Danny DeVito. Okay, yes. I get what you're saying, where it's like, yeah, he's short, you know, the hair, you know, it's its own thing. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Danny DeVito's a 10. But, like, Danny DeVito carries himself in a way that is more, it makes him more attractive than he would be if he was not confident.
So look at him owning this shit. Fucking Mauger.
Yeah, it's sick.
Holy fuck, dude.
Like, that guy's old, but, like, Adam Sandler owns his shit. Like, that's an attractive
yeah,
thing.
bro.
Like, own the fucking baggy-ass basketball shorts. He looks like a cornball. Like, he wears cornball fucking clothes, but he owns it. And so nobody cares. It's not cringe. Like, if you own your shit, people are like, fuck with that. Because
So owning your clothes, that's something in your head that doesn't even exist.
What? What?
That doesn't even exist. So how are other people going to sense it if it doesn't even exist?
Subconscious cues? So, like, how you hold yourself, right? Like, how you, what I mean by owning your clothes is, like, the confidence you carry within your style, right? Like, you're dressing a way that you feel fits you, regardless of how you think society perceives that fashion, right? Does that make sense? I think there are ways where it's corny, like Jaden Smith. I don't like his fashion. I think it makes him look worse. But that's like my opinion. Like some of the clothes Jaden Smith wears, it's not like, I don't know. I don't like certain things. I don't know what this is. This might have some meaning behind it that I don't know, but like, yeah, I get with this. It's like, okay, yeah, owning that, it's also just like, okay. But I'm saying in the sense of like non-basic, conventionally normalized clothing.
They're going to see your clothes. They're going to see your face. Are they going to see if you own your clothes? No, that doesn't even exist. Idiot.
No, but they're going to see how you're interacting with people, how you're having conversations. Are you enjoying yourself? Are you laughing? You know? Are you showing who you are at a bar versus the guy in the corner? Acting nonchalant, you know, tongue pressed against the top of his mouth. Fucking standing there. Like, bro, like, if enjoying yourself, like, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's like, don't stop acting nonchalant, you know, like, just be you, you know. I think that is attractive. Even if it's like not a physical thing, it's still shown. Your non-physical, I guess, personality traits show through physical action.
Level of authenticity, rather than trying to be somebody that you're.
People watch, bro. You see it. If you're 21, go to a bar, sit in a corner like a goblin, and just watch people. You will see more attractive guys, objectively, get less girls than guys that hold themselves in a way that is perceivably more attractive.
Oh,
people
okay.
recognize fakeness, and they don't fuck with people that are fake. And a lot of times, like, BB community people are trying to be somebody that they feel like they need to be, rather than somebody that they are.
People or black people.
That's deep.
People. I've studied their behavior and learned their lingo.
What did I say? I zoned out. Sorry. I saw somebody say, "What drink do you get at a bar?" And I zoned out, and I was thinking about it. I mean, that also might be like a playing factor. Like, there's so many small things that, like, subconsciously register within people. So I get what you're saying, like, the physical attractive sense. It's like, that matters. But there's so many other things outside of that, too, that I would also say are prerequisites.
And a lot of times, like, BB community people are trying to be somebody that they feel like they need to be, rather than somebody that they are.
People or black people.
That's deep.
People. I've studied their behavior and learned their lingo. And really, I don't like what I found. And just to be clear, black pill is more
Well, you sound like a fucking moron, so we don't care.
like an extreme version of looks maxing. Not necessarily all looks maxes, but, you know, drag making that distinction. The first place I looked to study these creatures was TikTok. There's a good chance that you come across a black pill editor too. Normally what these consist of is a stick.
Okay, no. The fucking music they use, though, is peak. I gotta say, if you see a BP edit, the video is fucking awful.
Wow, such a relatable normie take. Thank you.
But they edit it to where it's like, damn, this is like not convincing, but mildly interesting.
Why did that annoy him? What did I say that was? What did I say that? Like he just like he like viscerally had a visceral reaction to that. He got like mad when I was like, oh, I like the music. He went
saying
something like, oh, looks don't matter, or someone that's not seen as conventionally attractive.
Like because it's cringe that I shared a take that is like basic.
Literally doing anything.
Yeah, but
because I'm a normie. Because I'm a fugly normie. I'm a stupid chud.
Kind, smart.
See, like that's so fucking sad. Not like this guy's a cock. Commenting that Sub-Zero looking at me, bro. Like, nah, you actually work at Burger King.
Yeah, that's a little cringe, but yeah, she looks horrible.
Bro, you work at Burger King and you don't have friends. Like, and you're sitting here commenting on people that fucking like.
What is the importance of those things? Okay, they work a job, and then they don't have people they call friends. So. Now what?
And they don't have friends. Somebody with friends is always perceivably more attractive because being social is how you find a partner, because humans are like not pack animals, but societal based beings.
Actually, not.
You know what I'll do? I'll actually let the chat talk more. All right. Here you go.
This motherfucker commenting against this woman, like being an absolute dick about her appearance.
Thoughtful and caring, and those are things that matter more.
What if you can create your own website by saying this?
Bro, get an ad blocker. Fuck. You're a YouTuber. Or get YouTube Premium. There's watching the ads.
This is what I want.
Why do you cut this out?
What if you got a hair trim? No. All right.
You can't.
Why is this in the fucking video? He's watching the ad.
What if you did get a hair transplant? You would look better, wouldn't you?
What did this poor lady do to you? Literally anyone can get hit with a black pill edit and nobody is safe. And only the people that make these edits obviously leave their face out because almost 100% of the time they look like this. But on the rare occasion where the editor includes themselves in.
He's giving you ad revenue? Facts.
It's so obvious every single time because you just see this ethereal looking
I just made 0.0001 pennies from that.
Renowned model and then this nigga. Okay, just try and figure it out yourself. Let me show you an edit and I want you to figure out which one is the person that made it.
Okay, nice.
Did you
wait? So are you guys implying that looks is subjective because you can always identify who snuck in? Interesting.
Valid point.
Interesting Freudian slip there, Joe.
I feel like that one's a joke though. That one's a joke though.
Why would you think it's a joke? Based on his face, it's a joke or not? So you're telling me you can objectively assess if he's good looking?
Well, I think it'd be absurd I think it's an absurd level of narcissism to relate yourself to people that you're picking out as objective 10s and then just wedge yourself into that, regardless of whether or not you are a 10.
Ooh, interesting.
Did you find them? Let's try another one.
Attraction subjective. Attraction subjective on a multitude of things, but I think the black pill community kind of has an objective set of attractiveness items that are usually, by the majority of the population seen as, attractive. A symmetrical face, good bone structure. There's a few things.
Wait, if everyone can find them, that means it's objective, isn't it? Interesting.
I don't think that I'm disagreeing with the idea of a perceivably objective genetic attractiveness scale, right? Like I'm not disagreeing with the idea that a good bone structure is objectively attractive. I'm not disagreeing that facial symmetry is objectively attractive. I'm not disagreeing that my fat ass forehead is a -3 points on my 1 to 10 scale. But it's like that's not it. That's not the only thing that matters.
Wait, so everyone can find them?
People in the comments are just flaming this nigga too. This guy just replied with this image. Fitting. I don't know where this nigga thought he was going with this. That's not a sneak in, that's trespassing. When being nice.
So you guys all just proved black pill. Good job.
Not cussed anything. Okay,
Idiots.
on TikTok you also find the higher ranking.
No. Because I think the argument for black pill is that is not just the prerequisite, but the main thing that matters. That's what I'm arguing against. I'm not arguing against their rating system. If you want to rate me a 5, that's fine. You know, if I'm a fucking normie, I'm not going to be like, I'm not a fucking normie and get all fucking offended by it. It's fine. Like, the thing that, like, the points that he made about my face, I agree with, right? I just don't have an insecurity about them that I used to, right? Like, I don't fucking hyper focus on like, oh, my fucking forehead's fat as shit. Like, do I sometimes wish like my forehead wasn't as big and my cranium wasn't as wide? Maybe. But like, I'm not gonna tweak about, I'm not gonna fucking not sleep about it, you know?
BP people having mug-offs.
Bro, like, what the fuck? This is an
That's
actual
cringe
thing.
as fuck.
A mog off, and they're getting
That's
donations
cringe, yeah.
to see who looks better. This guy's making
Is my audio good? Let me know.
like a weird rock smolder right
Yeah, the audio's fine.
now.
Yeah, this editing is truly cancer.
This guy, I feel like this guy got the mog off probably. I'd vote him winning.
But can we address the elephant in the room though? This BP business is kind of zest. Really look at the facts here. All right? We have men editing other men.
Yeah, it's like full focusing on other guys' attributes and being like obsessive over how they look.
Are you guys implying there's something wrong with that?
If they look good. And I've looked at how these people act and speak.
No, but the black pill mindset is attractiveness is the main prerequisite for getting women generally, when it is outward or like perceivably, you know, obsessive over other men in like, you know, I feel like it's kind of obvious. Like, why am I trying to explain this?
They worship.
You're doing a black pill thing to try and get women, but a part of the black pill, you know, mindset is like constantly ranking and looking at other men's attractiveness.
Smiling like a deity because they like the way
and like comparing yourself to other men.
that he looks. I don't know about you, but that sounds a little sus to me. You know, if they're taking back shots or not, that's not really my
Okay, yo, that's sus.
concern.
I really do feel like Marlon has a very big BP community. Like, not even like he's trying to have it. It's just like, I bet Marlon
Do you feel that way?
has a lot of people that
I do feel that way. Yes. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking, Face IQ.
just like him because they find him attractive, but it's also like a lot of people that like want to look like Marlon.
I don't want to look like him. I want to look like other people.
So I said gay.
But these BP people like to throw.
You should want to look like you. That's the fucking point that I'm making. You know? I think you should always be like down to improve your health and your physical attractiveness, but you shouldn't like aspire to look like somebody else. You should just aspire to look like the best version of yourself.
Around the term female gaze. The whole goal
Yeah,
of
like you should have an authenticity.
I guess is to capture the female gaze. And they actually do have a calculated way that they measure attractiveness.
Your editing is fucking brain rot. Just talk to the camera, dude. Like, put your face. How about you put your face on camera?
Not just, oh, I think this guy looks better. And this is known as PSL. And
Bro, I don't know, man. I really feel like it's personality, bro. I have seen so many guys, girls way out of their league at bars because they're just really good at talking. And I'm not even saying flirting.
Well, let's just trust your anecdote over all the statistics then. Yeah, you know, like, let me show you a little something.
Height he's gonna say that women tend to match with men that are over 6 feet. Regardless of you being 5'11 and a half, the number matters more statistically. Yeah. I'm not saying anecdotally that is the case all the time. You know, I'm saying like if you go up to a woman at a bar and you're a 9 and nip slip and you're a 9 and you fucking try and flirt with her, but you're like, you know, what's up, babes? Let me get them digits. Cringe. Now a 7 walks up and sparks a conversation, you know, mentions he's charismatic, you know, he mentions something about her dress or her clothing and, you know, transitions into an actual conversation. They have, you know, some sort of spark between them, and then he kind of, you know, moves from there to a more flirtatious conversation, I guess. Does that make sense? It's like the charisma and the personality are just as much a prerequisite for landing a woman as the looks are in a physical setting, right? Like what you say to them matters. Like they're not like you're dumbing it down to like women see hot guy, they go for hot guy. Like it's more than just, you know, this guy's hot. I don't care if he's dull as shit.
Let's just trust your little. Let's just ignore this, which this is millions of data points.
Yes. No, that is true. Women do filter out shorter men.
Millions of data points on one of the.
And I think that is a problem, you know. I think that does suck, you know. It's not it is unfair for shorter men. I will agree. And I think conversely, it's the same thing for taller women. You know, women over 5'9" have trouble finding men because tall men go for short girls, short guys go for short girls, tall women go for tall men. So it's like, if you're a tall woman, you are actually struggling. I would say you're struggling in the sense of not struggling in the sense of getting matches more, because men, it's harder to get matches than women, but like actual relationships, it's harder for taller women to find, you know. I disagree. Well, I'm saying if you're usually tall men go for short women, short men go for short women. So who goes for tall women? You know, I'm not saying people don't, but like in the same sense, it's two sides of the coin. And I will agree, you know, physically, like I'm not going to disagree with this point. I won't. But I think this doesn't disprove my point at a bar. You know, like if you are able to show yourself in a charismatic way, that is perceivably attractive. Now, I'm not going to disagree, and this is what does suck. And I'm not trying to be like rude when I say this, but yeah, if you're like 5'3" and a guy and you walk up to a girl that's 5'9" and you try and hit on her, she might not give you the light of day, you know? And that sucks. But like, that's why you got to fucking shoot your shot for other people. You know, like it's not
top ways people meet based on height, and
it's not like just you're not doom and gloom if you're 5'5" and a guy. Like you could still find women. You know, it's just it's guys that are like 6'5" are gonna have it the best.
Female users filtering the height. Let's ignore this because of what you saw at a bar. That sounds smart. Let's do that.
Holding a conversation. Like the amount of my friend, like I would say Brooke's out of my league, right? I would say that she's much more attractive than me. I don't think when we started dating, I don't think I was like some savant at talking, right? But like I think I got lucky, right? But I do have a lot of friends.
So you have a lot of subscribers and money, remember?
That I think are very interesting people, and I wouldn't say they're ugly.
I didn't when she started dating me. I've been dating my girlfriend for over 4 years now. I wasn't even really making a salary when we started dating. Like I was making money on social media, but like now I make money. But I wasn't rich when I started dating Brooke, like by any means. Like we started dating October of 2021. Like I was basically just starting out. Like I had done TikTok for, you know, about a year prior. And I started streaming for like, you know, maybe like 9 months or so. But I hadn't really made much. I hadn't made enough money for it to be like lucrative. I had just started kind of like tuning up in terms of like an audience,
but they outwardly say
so he's trying to like insinuate that like my clout and money got me a girlfriend.
Her girlfriends are like 4 tiers higher than them attractiveness wise, and it's like it's not because they went on the BP route and they pulled her. It's like no, they went up, had a conversation, found common interests, right, liked each other, and it's like then
I understand where he's coming from, but largely I've observed a pretty high SMV correlation between men and women. Like you'll see, okay, the man maybe he looks worse, but oh, he's tall, he's rich, he's this, he's that. You know, it's pretty paired up when you.
No, I'm not gonna disagree that having wealth makes you more attractive. But it's not in a like gold digging sense. It's like a security sense. Like you're probably less likely to find somebody being dead broke, you know, versus having money. Like, and not even in the sense of they're using you for that money. It's like you just have a sense of financial security. And a lot of finding a mate is desirable attributes that you like. Animalistically, you find a mate for somebody that you want to have kids with. That's not the case all the time now. There's people that have been married for 50 years, never have kids, you know. But like genetically and survivability wise, like a lot of you finding a mate subconsciously is like, I like this person, I could see them raising my kids, you know. And having money is an upside. Like I'm not gonna say it's not, right? Like because it's you're more able to financially support children, you know. Like if you have a kid, you could get them through college
when you observe. But
that's how they find you attractive.
You know, it's pretty paired up when you observe, but
that's how they find you attractive. Like
alongside PSL, they also use the term appeal. Appeal is more just people finding you attractive regardless of your PSL. Now with PSL, this is where we get shit like this. This is what you call a PSL gun.
No, it's actually not. You're in fucking complete brain rot.
Oh my gosh.
But PSL God wouldn't necessarily have appeal because again, look at this shit. So I guess PSL is purely for the male gaze then. My zesty
Is that a real photo? That's not a real photo. Chat, that's a real image? No. That is. That jaw structure is unreal, though. But that's what I'm saying, like, I'm not judging this guy by any means either. I feel like why is like, I think it's just like the more like you look like a stone sculpture, the more attractive you are on a PSL scale.
It's uncanny. There's a level of facial symmetry and attractiveness that actually becomes unattractive in my opinion. Like if you look so symmetrical that you don't look real. Like there are people that are so attractive that it's like, oh, that's kind of like off-putting.
When we get shit like this is what
Oh no, you don't understand that at all.
a PSL gun, but PSL gun wouldn't necessarily have appeal. Because again, look at this shit. So I guess PSL is purely for the male gaze then. My zesty theory is being proven again. And I find this is no better time than any to really dive into the BP terminology. First word, you probably already know, it's Chad. These are people that the BP community can collectively agree, look good. So mainly like these three models. And then we have Chad Light. What am I talking about, cunt? But anyways, this is just a little lower. You wouldn't really be considered a Chad, but I don't know if you have to apply for Chad status. Is that something that they do?
No, I always thought that you can't move.
I know he's also making fun of St. Don's editing style, which is like very like brain rottish, but I think it's for attention span and I love it, man. Like I know it's bad for like attention span of humans, but dude, he's just like image words, soundboard, image. There's people that do it too much. I think he does it normal. Like there's people that do it more than him.
Fuck. Like far, right? In the BP community, well, you could like make yourself more attractive and move up, but like if you're sub 5, you're never gonna be a Chad in the BP community. But if you're like a Chad Light,
depends on your base. It's possible.
If you got like
how? See, that's where I'm not. Now I really want to understand the BP community because if you're a sub 5 in the BP mindset, how are you leveling up to a Chad? What? Because like if you're obese, well, like you don't have like so like what you're saying like really bad haircut, terrible style. You're not taking care of your skin, stuff like that.
If they have a haircut, maybe like they'll fucking up you. I don't know.
But if you're an unidentified attractive person, you're what's known as an unknown slayer. Like this random ass kid in the back of this video, he went viral on TikTok for a little bit. People calling him unknown slayer. Another example is this one guy. I just wanted to point it out because of this comment. Nigga said, bro is real life Marlon.
Bro, what the fuck? Who even? Real life Marlon, like Marlon.
That implies Marlon's not in real life.
An anime character that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean, bro? I'm telling you, they worship this nigga Marlon like a deity. They don't even consider him real. And if you're the very
Who's they? I don't worship him.
Attractiveness, you're what's known as a true Adam. And there's one guy they call a true Aladdin because he's Middle Eastern. There's not really a pattern there because that's the only
what's like the average video this guy private looks maxing school and face ratings? Oh dude, he sells like a course. What's like his most viewed video? Ugliest facial features tier list. Your face decides who swipes right in real life. But that's like, yeah, yes, the majority of, dating relationships start through online dating apps. But it's like the swipe, bro, you could ask anybody that's used dating apps and the amount of swipes that have turned out to be duds is endless, Like you could have 100 matches. You might only go on a date with 3 of them and one of them will be the person that you end up actually being, the boyfriend or girlfriend to. Like, and I think that in itself is kind of showing that just because you look good doesn't mean you're going to match, Doesn't mean that person's going to mend well with you. I get it's the prerequisite. I'm more so just saying it's not everything. 4 years of looks maxing advice in 18 minutes. The ultimate 2025 food tier list. Is that for looks maxing? My full looks maxing surgery plan. Oh my God. Bro, like, I don't think he needs, it's do whatever you want with your life. But it's like, I don't think this guy needs surgery. Like, I feel like he is just a good looking dude. The only restaurant for 913 square miles. This video is like 12 years old, but it popped up on my recommended and it looks fucking interesting as shit. So we're watching it. In Guthrie, Texas. I feel like when you look at a map, let me pull up a map of Texas. I know people live all over Texas, but when I look at Texas, I go, okay, people live, like Texas is bigger than most European countries, like almost all of them. When I look at Texas, I go, people live here and right. Like, I don't know anything that goes on in this part of Texas. Lubbock, Midland, Odessa, but there's still like thousands of people that live there. Mountains and it's probably oh God.
We
in Guthrie.
are isolated from the world. 90 miles from Lubbock. We're 60 miles from a Walmart. We're still 30
60 miles from a Walmart. I feel like now there's no shot they're 60 miles from a Walmart. I feel like everywhere's within 5 miles of a Walmart in the U.S. Guthrie, Texas, Walmart. I'm just going to look up Guthrie, Texas. Population. That's how we'll know if they got a Walmart. 151 people. Okay, so my chat is larger than their town by a very large margin.
Miles from a doctor. People that live in this community.
How far from a doctor?
Still 30 miles from a doctor.
30 miles from a doctor. So if you get gravely injured, you just die.
People that live in this community are very self-sufficient. Today we're going to see how much you remember. All right? Something that means repetition produces impeccability.
Yeah, this is what's... Okay, it's not... There's no way it's this outdated anymore. This is... Wait, actually, chat, what year does this look like it's from? And then I already told you how old the video is. This is from 2015. Does this not look like 1995? Like, this looks like actually like 2002. This is from 2015. I was going to say, oh, it's old, so that's why it looks like this. But even for 2015, this is an outdated classroom. You need a shave, I could tell. I could also tell your current razor isn't good enough for you, pal. You know what is? Dollar Shave Club, the sponsor of today's video. This limited edition Dollar Shave Club X Call of Duty Warzone starter kit ensures that you can upgrade your shaving game. Not only does it include the no-slip tactical grip and 2 6-blade cartridges, it also has a juicy lube strip to ensure that you get the perfect glide every single shave. And every kit includes a bonus code to unlock in-game Call of Duty Warzone content. What a deal. Not only do Dollar Shave Club blades offer pivot precision, enabling you to maneuver your shave in a smooth and efficient manner, but it also has longer lasting blades, so you don't have to replace your cartridges all the time. So make sure to click the link in the description and get your limited edition Dollar Shave Club and Call of Duty Warzone starter kit to better your shave, as well as get some in-game bonus content. Hey, while you're at it, pick up some Dollar Shave Club butter. Thank you to Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring this video. And let's get back into it.
We have 110 kids.
Bro got on the whiteboard 10 Mondays till Christmas.
We have 110 kids here, pre-K through 12th.
Oh my God, their school is pre-K through 12th grade. That's fucking crazy. You stay at the same school from literally 2 years old through high school.
Place unknown by much of the world. School teacher Karen Rothwell teaches her students all of...
Yo, what do you do at, like, prom? If like, say, like, your prom, like, your senior class is, like, 7 people, and it's, like, 3 guys, 4 girls. You're just fucked.
About the world outside of Guthrie, Texas. All eyes, it seems, are on the clock, because it's homecoming, and the football...
It's homecoming.
Ball game is only...
Who do you bring to homecoming?
...hours away.
Okay, and what's our final...
This is the football game. You think they got a football team? They got to get every guy in the city. Their football team. You ain't got enough people for a football team. You got 150 people K through 12.
Thing we're supposed to do tonight at homecoming?
Win the football game.
Win the football game.
Wow, bro. Yo, they actually have, like, 1 teacher. Wait, no, that's fucked. Dude, their entire high school, like, their high school class is like a fucking elementary school class. Like, they don't switch rooms. They just have 1 fucking teacher. That's crazy.
We don't have a gas station. We don't have doctors.
Don't have a gas station. Where do you go? Where do you get gas? What? Why would anybody want to live here?
We don't have a movie theater. We don't have a DVD place. And we don't have restaurants.
Don't have restaurants.
Tonight, it's homecoming. We have a double header. We have a junior high ball.
Yeah, but they still have a $500,000 football stadium. They have a better football field. Wow, that's Texas for you. No gas station, no Walmart, no doctor. They still got, like, a state-of-the-art football stadium. That's fucking nuts.
Game and
this is, like, a better football field than, like, most high schools.
And a high school ball game back-to-back.
That's, like, 50K, way more than 50K, bro. Football, like, not a stadium. Football fields are expensive.
Our football boys are 5-0 right now, and they're ranked
5-0. We got Big Texas on this team. How the fuck are they 5-0? They got 4 people on their team.
second in the state, and so we've got a good bunch of boys.
Second in the state in Guthrie, Texas. What are they feeding these kids?
No, right now, and they're ranked second in the state, and so we've got a good bunch of boys, and we've got lots of people.
You're kidding. Second in the state in their group, right? It would be like, yeah, 1A. They're second in the state, not overall. They're second in the state in like their group 1.
To watch them.
Well, it may be 6-man football, but the intensity is just the same. It's
Their football team has 6 people. That's a thing. They have 6-man football. How do you even run that? Are they both two-way play? Is everybody a two-way player? You're a 6-man football team. What do you like? The QB's also the kicker, or like, how does that work?
It's always a big night in Guthrie when the Jaguars take the field.
Is there any way to view this place in 2026? Any of y'all got a video of Guthrie, Texas today?
Thing is, the first play of the evening seems to be a handoff of 2 bags of lettuce.
Okay, boys, y'all slice these up and put them in the bags, okay? Dion.
They're cooking? What is happening right now? They have to make food before the game?
It's a big deal. It's the
Why are
only
they cutting lettuce?
place to eat. Keep going, all the way. Come on, come on, come on. There you go.
In this town, and the entire county for that matter, the concession stand at the football field is the only dining establishment within 913 square miles. And it's only open during football games.
Put them right here.
Karen Roth.
Yo, bro, so there's people that aren't even coming for the game. They're pulling up for the food. Like, there's 913 square miles. Bro, it's not 913 miles in one direction, chat. It's square miles.
Well, is the class sponsor.
Which is a lot smaller.
The wagon boss, if you will, of the Jaguar Gridiron Grill.
Yo, how do you bring somebody on a date? Like, if you live in this town and you're like, you want to go out on a date, like, do they actually just have to drive 40 miles to the, like, next city or town?
The purpose of the concession stand in Guthrie is the juniors. They have a senior trip, and you raise money for that senior trip your junior year, and that is done primarily through the concession stands.
So all 9 members of the junior class, football stars included, pitch in with Karen, her husband Steve, parents and teachers for a long night of...
Wow, bro, you know these guys are going crazy on... Where do they go, in the Bahamas for their senior trip? Jesus Christ, bro. That should be nuts.
Short order menu items. As quick as the junior high kicks off against the Petersburg Buffaloes, a line forms at the only restaurant around.
Well, let's see what we got here. What'd y'all get?
I got a cheeseburger.
Yeah, cheeseburger right here.
And this is a frito pie for him.
And
a Dr. Pepper and a water.
Okay.
And it's $9, and you can't beat that with a stick.
Hey, Steve-O, we got a cheeseburger and 2 fries.
All right, so maybe it's not gourmet food, but let me ask you this. Where else could you get
My town is somehow smaller than this. You're fucking lying. Bro, this is the middle of nowhere, bro. This is actually... No, this is like literally the middle of nowhere, bro. What are you talking about? They have no... They don't have a gas station. How do you not have a gas station? In Texas? Where do you fucking drive? How do you gotta drive out of town to go pick up gas? By the time you get back, you're a half tank.
burger where the beef comes from a cow from a ranch that's right over there?
What did that shirt say? 1 town, 1 school, 1 family. Oh, God.
Right over there.
The Gibson Ranch,
They have a 2-pump station now?
Masterson, the Pitchfork, and the Sixes, and they all generously donate beef to us.
The Jaguar Junior High makes it look easy with a 40-0 win. And the
40-0 win. Yo, these kids would get fucked up in any other group, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at this kid right now. I'm telling you, this kid would get put in a coma in like a fucking group 4 game. Like, it would be unreal, dude. Holy shit. This is crazy. 1A football, bro. A 6-man team. I didn't even think that was real.
And the Guthrie varsity athletes take off the apron.
Varsity, bro. Do they even have, you're telling me they have a JV team? They have a JV team.
And are finally ready to take to the field.
So you've been working hard over there in the concession stand already.
Yes, sir.
You're going to go out and play a football game.
What do you think's propping this city up? Farming.
And then you got to go back to work.
You're bullying a 13. I'm not bullying them, bro. Number one, this video is from over a decade ago, right? We're watching history in the making. Number two, I'm talking about how bad their team would do against a non-1A team. The reason I complain about that is because when I did sports in high school and I was at an all-guys school, they doubled our school size against other teams. So we would go against schools that had 4,000 kids, and we would get dogged on because they just had a higher athlete pool.
Work in the concession stand?
Yes, sir.
You're okay with that?
I guess that's what I got to do.
All right.
Junior Queen nominee, Candace Tarver.
Nobody in the...
Also, am I wrong? This is just like the Packers helmet, no?
Candace Tarver.
Nobody in the junior class gets by without serving in the gridiron grill. And that also goes for the only girl in the class, even if it is...
Bro, I mean, the feuds are probably crazy in this class, bro. There's one girl in the class.
It's her special night on homecoming.
So you had to run out here and do the homecoming thing.
Yes.
And now you got to go work in the concession stand.
Correct, yeah. In six-man football, if you get 45 points ahead at halftime, the game's over with. So we've been finished.
Bro, they got a mercy rule, 45-0. What town are they beating? Can we get a documentary? Bro, we're watching Guthrie, Texas right now. What fucking town is losing to them? Can we go see whatever? Can we get a documentary on whatever town is losing? Because what the fuck are they doing over there?
By halftime every game.
Seymour, Texas? Is that a city?
Play after play, the line never lets up at the only restaurant in King County. Outdoor dining, fresh grain-fed beef, served under a full moon in West.
Bro, you know they're getting drunk at this game, bro. Getting drunk and driving home, bro. There ain't nobody on the road in this fucking town.
Texas.
What'd you order?
A Frito pie.
A Frito pie.
Yes, they're awesome.
That sounds fucking disgusting.
From here.
I just had a bowl of chili.
It was good stuff.
It was good stuff. I think it was probably made from 4-6 beef.
You think maybe?
Yeah.
And it was fresh.
Yeah, and it was good.
You walking around a few hours ago?
Yeah. Probably in the pasture a little bit ago.
This is the best concession stand in all of Texas.
Bite my tongue, bite my tongue.
Well, as time runs out in the first half, officials call the game over at
52-0, bro. I've never seen that in my life. I've never seen that in any football game at any level.
52-0.
It's over.
52-0, bro. I would actually IRL/FF. I would be like, we're cooked. Why are we even trying?
It's over. We might watch the band march.
70-20 in the NFL, that's better. Losing 70-20 is better than 54-0. You didn't score, and they called the game, right? 54-0, you forfeited, right? 54-0 is so much worse. I would rather, if you lose 72-0 or 72-20, you at least scored. You know, you got a touchdown, you got 2 touchdowns, few field goals.
Their band might actually march. I hope they let their band march. I mean, they brought them this far.
Well, yeah.
Don't let their band march, bro. They got to go sulk in the parking lot.
You know, so.
Gotta let the band march.
They ought to let the band march. I mean, we don't get to see that very often in Guthrie, so, you know, all right.
The band, it's just one kid with a flute.
Give the band. Let that band march.
Let the Guthrie, Texas band play next.
That's exactly right.
What? How do you have 80 people on your fucking band team and you're losing 54-0 to Guthrie, Texas, bro? How are you losing? Why do they have that many people on their band?
in places like Guthrie do the athletes, the coaches, and cheerleaders stay put after the game to honor the visiting band, to honor the fans and families on this warm autumn night.
This is a great place. This is a unique place. Not every small school is like Guthrie at all. These kids work really hard. And so when they graduate next May, when we go on that trip.
So I gotta say, the nostalgia for the people that grow up here is probably fucking crazy, you know? Like, I bet there's people that hate it and they, like, want to leave. And obviously, I think that's most people that grow up in this town are probably gonna go live somewhere else. But, like, the nostalgia's nuts. Because this is, like, nowhere else is like this.
It will mean a lot because they're my kids too. I may just teach them, but they're my kids.
Do you think they're crazy racist as well? I don't know. I will say I haven't seen one non-white person, but that doesn't mean that it's racist. Never mind. Never mind.
Karen Rothwell says you don't need white tablecloths or valet parking when you're the only dining establishment in a 913 square mile area, and you're only open a few nights in the fall. There may be a long list of things Guthrie, Texas does not have, but it's what they do have that seems to have built a solid foundation for the young people lucky enough to call this place home. A pure, untarnished belief in family, hard work, and determination, found in an isolated corner of the rolling plains of Texas.
I loved this video.
At the end of the night, when everybody's gone home and it's just my husband and I, we're closing up, it is a sense of relief. It's also a sense of accomplishment in the fact that we fed everybody within 913 square miles, I guess you could say.
Yeah, they probably pull in mad money, though. Like, they, in their single football season, they raise enough money to send everybody on a senior trip. I wonder where they go. Is there any other documentaries? Now we gotta look. Chat, if there's any other shit like that, send that in the video suggestion tab. That was awesome. Pulling over the police doesn't end well.
An officer pulls to the curb for a civilian following behind, honking their horn and flashing their lights constantly. After the civilian passes, the officer initiates a traffic stop. The insanity that follows is something the officer could have never expected.
The reason I stopped you is because you were honking at me and following at an unsafe distance?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. Okay, do you have your driver's license on you?
I sure don't.
I sure don't. What is he just... Did he have a bad day and now he just wants to rage bait a cop? You're probably allowed to honk at a cop, but you're not allowed to, like, spam honk / you know, recklessly drive behind them. Have you ever seen the videos of when it'll be somebody behind a cop at a stoplight, and right when it turns green, they fucking just lay on the horn? Risky maneuver. I've done it to my friends. I don't think I would. You would have to pay me absurd amounts of money to do that to a cop. I wouldn't care. You would just do it. Would you guys do that? That would worry the fuck out of me. I've done it to a cop. You've sat behind a cop at a red light, and right when it turns green, just fucking lay on the horn. They're pulling you over. I feel like the average cop's gonna be like, yeah, let me see if this guy's tail light's out.
23 com, who's that come back to?
You better call your chief right now, you
That's not very nice.
Oh my god. Is he, like, drunk or something? What the fuck made him get so angry at the cop? Bro, she just pulled you over because you were fucking tailing her.
Well, I have the right to fucking pull you over. You were on the phone and you were doing something wrong.
So you were trying to pull me over?
Did you not see the lights flashing?
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh my god, is he on, like, drugs? Did you not see the lights flashing? Oh, because he was blinking his high beams? I saw you were texting and driving. I have seen cops do that. Like, literally, you turn your head, they're, like, to the right of you on a highway, just, like, texting on their phone.
He's not coming.
Or just speeding like crazy.
And you're not free yet. I'm sorry, comm center, can you go ahead?
Your chief is coming down here, whether I got called him or your fat f***ing ass is bringing them down here.
And I'm not sure if I asked for another one, but I'll take one. He's
Yo, nice Pathfinder, buddy. Is this Elise?
refusing to identify.
She just keys the car.
identify himself.
I'm asking for your supervisor.
Supervisor can come down, but not my chief.
Your supervisor's gonna come here.
Okay.
Because you have no business pulling me over.
Okay. But you were trying to pull me over.
I didn't do nothing wrong. I was behind you. Can you determine from
This
your...
is making no fucking sense. Do you think he's sober? I don't think he actually wanted to pull her over. I think he was like, let me annoy this cop for an extended period of time and see how long it takes for her to fucking get mad. Like, I'm assuming he thought he was just going to drive away in like 5 minutes.
Here's what's safe, because this says right here that may appear to be closer than...
10-4, do we have any recent contacts?
You see, I wasn't close to you. But if you look in the mirror right now, it says objects may be farther away. No, that's actually not true. I'm not making sense right now because what he said didn't make sense. He's saying that she thought he looked closer because the mirror. But in mirrors, you look further away, right? No. He's not. You're stuttering? I know! Because I was trying to make a joke, but what he said didn't make any sense. When you look in a rearview mirror, do things look further away or closer than they are? It's further. He's saying, I only look like I was riding your ass because your rearview mirror. But your rearview mirror makes everything look further away. It's not closer. It's not closer. Why would they need to inform you of that? Chat, it's further. The objects in the rear view look further than they appear. Oh my God, it's closer. My life is a lie. My life is a lie. So what he's saying is right. Objects in the mirror are wait, no, I'm right. I'm right. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. So they appear further. We're miscommunicating here, chat. We're all on the same wavelength right now. We're on the... No. Listen. You're saying that they're closer. I'm saying they appear further. We're saying the same thing in different fonts. Okay? No, we're saying the same thing. No. We're saying the same thing. That's AI? It's not AI. Why would that be AI? So what is he saying? Oh my God, why am I so confused? Ho. All I want for this holiday season is a customizable Cash App debit card. Do you know where I could get one of those? Oh, the sponsor of today's video, Cash App, could provide one for you. Now is never a better time to get in on the customizable Cash App debit card, which enables you to get exclusive discounts on everyday purchases like coffee, video games, food delivery, and more. And you can even draw a little fun figurine on your Cash App debit card. Look. It can glow in the dark, too, which is the coolest thing. That's the one that I've ordered. You should probably get that one in case you're ever in a bind where you need a glow-in-the-dark card. You never know when you're going to need one of those, but it's really cool. The Cash App debit card also has no hidden fees. There's no monthly charges, no minimum balance requirements. You also get exclusive pre-sale ticket access to some of your favorite music artists if you're a fan of concerts like Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Sabrina Carpenter, and more. There's way more. And for a limited time only, new Cash App customers over the age of 18 can earn $10 if they sign up with code CASH10 at profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend or more within the first 14 days. And if you're 13 to 17, you can request a parent or guardian sponsored account, use code CASH10 at profile at sign up, and get $10 dropped into your account when you order and activate a Cash App card and send $5 or more to a friend within the first 14 days. Terms apply. Thank you to Cash App for sponsoring this video. And let's get back into it.
Because this says right here that may appear to be closer than...
10-4, do we have any recent...
No, see, he's wrong. May appear to be closer. He's lying. That's the exact opposite of what it says.
Contacts with it?
Stand by.
I'm lost. When you're driving a car and you look in the rearview mirror, something that is 30 feet away might look 60 feet away. It's actually closer than they appear. His dumbass is saying, I wasn't actually tailing you, officer. I only look like I was because your mirror made it seem that way, when it does the exact fucking opposite. Okay, why am I getting angry?
Confirm me, you said one's failing to identify.
10-4, the driver is.
10-4. Scream for help. Get out of the car and scream for help.
The driver is talking to his own child who's also in the vehicle.
Oh my God.
to his own child who's also in the vehicle.
He's now got his child stepping out of the car to scream for help.
What a terrible dad.
Bud, you don't have to do that.
Okay, he's going to do it.
Hey, but you don't have to listen to your dad right now. Oh.
Help! 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 Help!
He's actually requesting a supervisor now, if one is available.
This is the weirdest body cam video I think I've ever seen.
It's not your supervisor.
Nope, he's on his way.
Okay.
We could just sit here and wait.
He's on his way. What do you think he's gonna fucking teleport here? Where's your supervisor? I don't know. I pulled you over a minute ago.
For him.
Ooh, this guy means business. You could tell he's the supervisor. Look at that walk. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Big dog. Big dog just arrived. He about to kick some shit in.
Because you were doing something illegal. I wasn't. I was behind you.
Okay.
Honking my horn at you is not illegal. I'm allowed to honk my horn all I want.
Okay. Sounds good.
He's still screaming. What the fuck? Dude, so can the cops not be like, yo, kid, don't listen to your dad right now. What the fuck is happening? What is the plan?
Sir, do you want me to explain the law to you? Or do you want my supervisor to?
The law that I was honking my horn at you?
No, that you have to identify.
Oh my God, wait, no, that's not the supervisor. That's not the supervisor. I was dead wrong. I feel like he's just the fellow officer on the scene.
Only if I had committed
Damn, yo, somebody make that guy the supervisor. He got an oral walk to him.
a crime, which I have not done.
I told you the reason.
No, that's not a crime. Honking the horn at you is not a crime. You do realize that, right?
You're just getting yourself more tickets.
What law is honking the horn at you?
Okay.
What law, you dumb fat is honking the horn at you?
So the tickets I'm going to give you is for following too closely and unlawful use of horn are the two ones. That's furthering my reason for the ticket. And then if you don't...
Wouldn't that be a disturbing the peace, actually? Because if you, like, I understand what he's saying where he's like, I'm allowed to use my horn, but following too closely is illegal. And if it's like, dude, there's homes here. Like, he would just get arrested for just being a nuisance.
Give me your driver's license.
I'm waiting for your supervisor. Once I ask for your supervisor, you dumb...
But they always do this in body cam videos where they're like, yo, bring me your supervisor. Do they think, like, the vibe just changes when the supervisor shows up and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry she was mean to you, sir.
You're supposed to go wait in your vehicle until he comes.
Okay. I don't have to wait. And I'm not going to. I'm going to wait right here.
How long would it take for, like, the horn to run out? Or, like, break? If he just held that down. Hours? No. I feel like it'd be like a minute. Years? Now we're Googling it. This has somebody's answered this question. If you hold down a car horn nonstop, when does it break? It'll eventually kill the battery. Depends how fast. Ooh, voice crack. Cheap horns might overheat in under a minute. Good ones drain the battery, potentially lasting hours or until it's too weak. So it'll just get more faint.
Is it going to be funny when I tell the judge that I was following behind you honking the horn because you were doing something wrong? And I just had a conversation with the day officer yesterday. It says that I have the right to do something.
Yo, I feel bad for the kid, bro. Like, this is his dad. Like, this is just, like, this is like I feel like this is like an everyday thing. Because the kid wasn't like, what? He was like, the dad went, go, just step out of the car and start screaming for help. And he was just like, okay. And just did it. Like, not questioning his dad being like, yo, what? This is not normal.
Oh, I know who you are.
Yeah, you dumb
Okay, perfect. I know who he is. I'm gonna go back to my squad real quick and get some tickets.
We got 3 people now. What are they doing, bro? Just like, I feel like these 2 are just standing here.
You can't write me tickets. I asked for your supervisor, you fat man.
I'm recording. So, what's this stop for?
I feel like one of the cops should just go and intimidate him, you know? Pull one of these.
So I was going down Church Street, and he was flashing his lights at me, like following like this close. I turned here, he's blaring his horn at me, so I pulled over. He got 100 me, and I pulled him over for following too close, and to see if he was in distress. He's failing to identify himself. I just happened to know because Kim had said she dealt with.
All right, let's take our bets. Do you think that they get in a physical altercation by the end of this video? Yes. I think this will end with someone, like him running, somebody chasing him, and then either a fist being thrown or a taser.
Somebody who is very uncooperative, and I think it's him. Can I take him to jail for not identifying himself?
We know who he is.
No. I'm gonna give him an obstruction.
No, I know she's trying to be a dick, but I feel like it's valid. She's like, can we take him to jail for not identifying himself? Because he's being an asshole, bro.
Yeah.
And following too close.
Yeah, if you want to start working on those, and we'll get him out of here.
This fat yesterday was on the phone with me yesterday, and that's why she's here now.
Hey, Joe. What's up, man? I'm the supervisor. You want to talk to somebody?
Yes. Can I get out for a second?
Just stay put. I can talk to you right here.
Okay. I was coming off of Ellis Street.
Oh my god, he has to be like inebriated, bro.
This dumb came off of fucking Main Street, had no blinker on when she made the turn. She was as well on her phone. I followed her down the road because I talked to somebody yesterday that made it very clear that if I had a problem with one of the officers, that I can most definitely make a complaint about it.
Okay.
So I was.
Yeah, that's usually where you call in and complain about an officer, not just follow them and lay on your horn for 5 minutes.
Followed her down the road to figure out who she was.
Joe, can I speak to your supervisor? Yeah, hold up. Hey, how's it going? What can I do for you? What's the problem we have today?
And I was flashing my light and honking my horn.
Were you behind her or in front of her?
I was behind her.
Okay.
And now she thinks she has the right to give me a ticket for honking my horn? I got every right to honk my horn.
How close were you to her?
I was a car length behind her.
Okay.
She swerved and hit the curb like a dumb bitch with her car over here.
Yeah, so he could go around me.
And I was nowhere close to being by her. Did I drive any closer to anybody else than I do any other day in the world?
Asking his kid to back him up. Dude, I have like really good driving. You know I'm a good driver, right? You know, like normally when you're like whenever you look up from like your iPad and shit, like you see that I'm like obeying traffic laws. Like he knows what the rules of the road are.
So,
bro, when I was that young, when I was like 7 years old, we could be 5 blocks away from where I live, and it was like I was in a different universe. It was like I was in a different universe. Before I even knew how to drive, I was like lost. Like getting one place to another. Yo, you never have to know. You just sit in the car and you teleport. You don't need to know directions.
Here, so I didn't see exactly what happened, but she says you're following too close behind her.
What
she stops
too
it
close?
for that.
No, that's not what she stopped me for.
Yo, okay, I gotta say, side conversation, people, I don't know, maybe it's just New Jersey. People on highways fucking drive like maniacs, bro. Not even just like Jersey slide shit. I'm saying in general, we'll be going 80 miles an hour on a fucking highway, and somebody's actually 6 feet behind me. If we're going down a rural road and the speed limit's 25 miles an hour, that's fine. But if I'm going 80 and you're 6 feet behind me and I tap my brakes, you're almost hitting me. Like, the fuck, dude. And I'll slam. The other day, I'm driving on the highway. I slam on my brakes because somebody else slams on their brakes. The car behind me slams and pulls off the road so they don't hit me. Like, they pull into the grass. They don't crash, but then they get back on the road. I'm like, dude, just stop tailing me. We're both getting to the same place at the same fucking time.
For flashing your lights or what?
She said I was honking my horn at her because I was trying to get her to stop. I was not following too closely.
Okay.
Can you guys prove it? What is the law when it follows too closely? What does the mirror say when you read them? What does that say? If you guys are so smart. Objects in mirror appear closer than they are.
It has nothing to do with what it says in the mirror.
Yeah, it does. It is a lawful statement.
Objects in the mirror appear closer than they are isn't true. What? Objects in the mirror may be closer. He's reading it wrong! He's reading it wrong! No! Chat, he's reading it wrong. I'm not getting over this.
Closer than
Objects in mirror appear closer than they are. That is the opposite of what it says. Objects in the mirror may be closer than they appear. He can't fucking read. He can't fucking read. This is why it says 40% of the fucking U.S. American adults are illiterate, because he has the reading level of a fucking third grader. Objects in the mirror appear closer than they are. That he's saying that they look closer than they are. It's saying the opposite. Objects in the mirror may be closer than they appear, meaning they look further than they are.
They are.
It has nothing to do with what it says in the mirror.
Yeah, it does. It is a.
Why are the cops not saying this back to him? Nobody understands. I feel like I'm crazy. I feel like I'm crazy right now. You're wrong. I feel like I'm fucking losing my mind. I know I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. That's what it says.
Lawful statement on there.
Why do you always have to be so confrontational when you deal with us?
Because you guys.
He does this often?
This is about transparency. I have been being harassed by my neighbors time after time again, and you guys allow it to happen. This called me yesterday harassing me, and then now she's pulling me over because she's breaking the law. And you guys want to write me a ticket because you don't want to sit in front of a judge in front of one of your...
Talking on her cell phone?
Is it against the law to be using electronic devices while operating a vehicle? Is it against the law in the state of Wisconsin?
Not to talk on your cell phone like this. No, it is not.
Since when is it not to be on your phone?
In a construction zone, it is. If you're on your phone like this, you can be hands-free in a construction zone, but you can be on your cellular device talking on the phone like this. That is not illegal. Okay, for us or for anybody driving, unless you're in a construction zone. Okay, so if she's on her cell phone,
I don't care what
she
you guys
can be
are
on there
doing.
talking.
Anytime you guys are doing something wrong, this is what it's going to be. And if you guys are going to try to pull me over and give me a ticket for doing something wrong, we can take it to court and we can make this a
take it to court. You're gonna fucking small claims court. You're gonna pay a lawyer. You're gonna fucking pay a lawyer to get what, fucking $500 out of this. You're gonna pay a lawyer so you don't have to pay a ticket. You're gonna spend more on the lawyer than if you just fucking paid the ticket.
Madison.
That's your right to take it to court, Joel. Just like you took that disorderly conduct ticket to court when we dealt with you down at the school.
This dumb bitch literally said in front of my kids
it ain't
that
gonna do you any good argument.
I don't give a dude. What are you gonna do? Not a thing. Because obviously you're letting this fat do what the she wants anyways.
She's just doing her job.
No, she's not.
If you don't agree with it, you can argue
How
in
is
court.
she doing her
We're
job?
not gonna argue
What
out
is the
here.
law when it comes to traveling too closely in the city?
Following at an unsafe, unreasonable distance
And
where you
which
wouldn't have
is?
time to brake.
Oh, so when that fat hit the curb back there, I didn't have time to go around her?
I don't know. I wasn't here.
Ask that fat she hit the curb.
I can ask her.
Bro, he keeps calling her fat. Like, she's not fat, and you're also not in that great of shape, big dog. You look like, bro, what? You look like an average, like he's acting like he's like Arnold. Like, you're like, dude, you're a very normal guy at like judging other people's body types.
Because that proves that I wasn't close enough to hit her, because when she hit the curb, then I would have hit her, wouldn't you?
Oh my God! And then he's gonna pull away, and he's gonna tell his kids, he's gonna be like, "Gee, this is why the cops in this city suck."
Not.
Fight in court, Joe. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you all day. Okay?
Oh yeah, because you're a fucking dumb, fat, worthless piece of shit.
Hang tight until she's done, and then you're free to go after that.
Give me no tickets to the window.
Well, we're going to give them to you, so. Yeah, I can't hear you either, bud. If you know what's good for you, you'll stay in your car and wait till we're done.
Did I break the law?
Okay. So stay put. Don't make this any worse than it has to be, Joel.
What are you going to do about it?
Stop.
I dare any one of you dumb to try to put your hands on me.
Just stop. You don't.
Yo, what is with people and threatening cops where they have weapons? Like, this is the dumbest shit. Yo, I dare any one of you to put your hand on me. Meanwhile, they all have a gun holstered on their hip. They have a taser and a fucking stick. Like, dude, you're cooked if you try to fight them.
No, you started this. You're allowing your officer.
Start anything.
No, I was behind your fat officer.
If you be quiet and give us a minute, we'll be done here.
No, there's no.
He just keeps saying the same thing, too. Like, I mean, I feel like there's got to be a better... Dude, the whole book of insults, you just keep calling her fat.
Minute, you dumb.
Well, whatever, Joel. Obviously, we're not going to come to any sort of agreement here. So, yeah, if you continue to do it.
Why don't we just take it to DC at this point?
What's that?
Take him to jail for DC.
Okay.
See, I feel like that's what I like. At some point, it's like, dude, you're just being so annoying. We have to arrest you.
Stop, Joel.
You need to unlock the car, or I will smash that window open.
Oh, that would be bad for the lease.
For what?
Get out.
For what?
Step out.
You're under arrest for disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct? A ticket?
Was going to be a ticket, but now it's not.
Joel, you make this stuff worse, dude, by the way you
guys did this. This fat called me yesterday.
Just stop. Joel, knock it off.
She got me by the throat! She's got me by the throat! Stop. She's got me by the throat!
Come on.
She's got me by the throat!
Joel.
She's got me
Nobody's even touching his throat.
by the throat! She's got me by the throat!
Stop.
She's got me by the throat!
Okay.
Dude, you're on a camera.
She's got you by the
Oh.
She's got me by the throat!
Joel, nobody's got you by the throat.
She's got me by the throat!
Joel, you need to...
Dude, you guys are doing this over nothing!
We're going to do another search.
Dude, you're letting them...
Like, bro, why? Bro, he could have just drove home. Like, he started all of this.
You're over pushing their boundaries.
No, I'm not.
For what?
You're the one that's being the jerk out here.
Why?
We're not doing anything.
How am I being a jerk?
Because the way you're acting.
Dude, I just got pulled over for nothing.
It's not for nothing, Joel. She explained to you why she pulled you over. You just don't agree with it. That's the problem.
Does that sound good?
So is it this going to be lawful by a judge that you guys are arresting somebody for
You'll have your day in
their
court.
horn?
You'll have your day in court.
Hey, let's go. Wait until I find where you are.
That's a threat. That's a threat. That's a threat. That's another one. That's ticket number 4.
Push me again.
Knock it off. Come on, Joel.
It's resisting arrest.
Like, well, she's f***ing pushing me, dude.
You don't gotta push us back.
I f***ing tripped on my foot.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You're lying.
Stop pushing me.
Battery to law enforcement, too.
Look, stop f***ing hit me.
Joel, get in the car.
They're punching me.
No, we're not. Sit down. Get your feet in now.
Does he not know that body cams exist? I feel like this is a good maneuver in like 1980. But even then, dude, they didn't. 1980, people didn't give a fuck. Now, yeah, people care, but it's like, dude, nobody's hurting you. Like 1980 pre-body cam, you could be like, they're punching me. Even then, though, people would be like, yeah, the cop's punching you. People just wouldn't care. Now people care, obviously, for good reasons because there are cops that are bad. But it's like every single one. There's 5 cops. They're all wearing body cams.
Feet in.
Stop.
Put your feet in.
Joel.
There's my throat.
We're just trying to get you in the car.
Nope, that's on camera.
It is.
That was my throat, you dumb.
Get in. Put your feet in, Joel.
No.
No.
Stop, dude.
Then put your feet in.
Stop.
We don't want to have to.
Ooh, he got those blue jeans, probably from Old Navy.
Feet in.
Stop.
We don't want to have to pull you.
Dude, you guys are harassing me.
Joel, slide in your feet, please.
Dude, I will headbutt you.
Do it. See what happens.
Run.
That was a niche joke. Only like 3 people in chat probably understood that.
Dude.
You want me to tase him?
You're about to get tased, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna. I want my kid.
Jesus Christ.
Roll my window down so I tell my kid to.
Child not cooperating. Why are they detaining the kid?
Stop. I'm trying to tell my kid to stop. Roll my window down.
No.
I'm going to tell him to stop. You heard him. He has disabilities. Stop. I'm going to sue you.
Well, I feel like the kid's probably resisting because you were resisting. So now the kid's going, oh, I got to do the same thing my dad did.
You stupid. And out to the jail.
I mean, that's like a word for word kids just modeling what their parents do.
You think
it's a child? No, I'm not mad at the child. I'm saying like that's the dad's fault for being an ass for a half hour. And then now his kid's just going to do the same thing.
The judge is going to be very happy this all started over honking my horn.
I don't
you
know.
think the amount of lawyers going to be happy with that?
I don't know.
Because I can tell you right now, it's not.
Okay.
An officer remained with Joe's child until his grandmother arrived to pick him and the vehicle up. Joe was charged with resisting obstructing an officer, disorderly conduct, and battery to a law enforcement officer. While the suspect never sued over this matter as promised, court records indicate the suspect has been repeatedly sued in court for injunctions against abusive conduct, failing to pay rent, repeated issues of failing to pay
rent, failing to pay child support.
Disputes over child paternity, failing to pay rent, and civil evictions.
So did he not have custody of his kid?
In both 2023 and 2024, the suspect was prohibited against engaging in conduct or contact with certain victims he had previously targeted. The suspect also has an extensive
He's a restraining order on him? What, from cops?
criminal history, listing dozens of suspected misdemeanor and felony charges. In the incident presented in the body cam,
since 2005, he gets like fucking 6 charges a year.
Misdemeanor and felony charges.
Oh my God.
In the incident presented in the body cam, the
Joe B. Chat, shut up.
suspect ultimately pleaded guilty to resisting or obstructing an officer twice.
I was 3 years old in 2005.
matter was fully adjudicated
I was 3 years old in 2005.
last month, and he was sentenced to 12 months of probation, required to write a letter of apology, attend anger management, and work to obtain full-time employment.
In a society obsessed with standing up for yourself, why do so many people
I always love the cameo from Officer John.
confuse self-advocacy with public tantrums? And then this guy actually goes and uses his own child to instigate an already bad police interaction. Some people don't wake up wanting peace. They actually wake up looking for conflict, like it's oxygen and they're running out. And when you've been a cop long enough, you recognize it before they even speak a word because it's all in the eyes. What hit hardest wasn't the insults. Officers get called every name in the book, and some no one's even heard yet. What hit hardest was a child, because there's a special kind of heartbreak watching a child get taught that fear is a tool and disrespect is a strategy. Now, in my opinion, kids don't learn by lectures. They absorb behavior. And when a child watches their own father turn a traffic stop into a street corner performance, they don't see strength. They see and quickly learn instability, and they carry it into their lives, and it just continues on. Cops.
Wow, yo, this guy's like spitting right now at the end right now. Officer John. Start out with Officer John in the video. Why we putting it at the end?
Never get to wait for harm to happen. If someone's ignoring lawful orders and flinging unstable emotion anywhere it'll stick, that's when intervention becomes duty. Now, I don't believe this guy even learned a lesson, but loud never equals right, and crazy never equals courage. And in this world, staying level-headed keeps you free. Losing control gets you handcuffed, a record, and a judge deciding your future. Because loudmouths never win.
Wow. That was a fucking crazy video. Who's a kid with this whack job? Child needs to be removed from his car or from his care. Dude's unhinged. Well, I'm assuming that that kid's not in his care technically if he's paying child support. Maybe joint custody, but even then, do you pay child support on joint custody? I don't know the ruling on that. I know you pay child support if you don't have custody, you pay child support. If you do have custody, you don't. I don't know about joint custody though. I think that would probably depend. It would depend on the primary residency, I would assume. Next video. Mortician answers burial questions from Twitter. Hi, my name is Button. He doesn't talk like that. We've seen this guy before. Morticians freak me out a little bit. I'm not being rude to this guy. I love this guy. You know, I've seen his videos before. It's just like, you know, it's like such casual talk about like, yeah, so I remove the organs. I remove their organs, then I pump them, I drain their blood.
I'm Victor M. Sweeney, licensed funeral director.
Victor. Victor is such a cool name for a mortician. Been asking that shit, bro. Been asking that. When's it acceptable to dig up a motherfucker from the 1600s? Never? I'm just, at some point, we're going to run out of space. They're doing it in China already. In Hong Kong, they dig up motherfuckers and they burn them. right? Or and then they put you in a box. Like, at some point, we're going to run out of land. You know, a bunch of dead bodies where you start stacking them on top of each other. I mean, that's why they have, what are they called? Crypts. They have crypts now where you're in a drawer. You're buried, but you're in a drawer. So I could see, like, at some point, there literally being just a building full of dead bodies. Well, I mean, they're all there to turn a profit, but yeah, you're more open to people that are localized versus, like, imagine, like, Amazon had a funeral home. You'd be like, okay, well, I don't really want to do that. You know, you'd rather go with somebody that's, like, local and actually going to care. But at the same time, I think it'd be a cool rule to have all morticians have to walk around like Grim Reapers. Like, they should have an aura that surrounds them and, like, a song that plays on, like, an organ. When they walk through. Be like, yep, that's the guy that bleeds out the dead bodies. That shit, though. They don't understand that shit. That's why it's like, because they're not actually mourning, bro, because they don't understand it. If you're like 6 and somebody dies, did you ever go to a funeral when you were like 7 years old? Bro, none of that shit makes sense. None of that shit makes sense. I remember I went to a funeral when I was probably 7 years old. I was going to say 6 or 7, but probably 6 or 7. And it was like my great aunt. And I was just like, I want to go home. I remember that. Obviously, I wasn't that close to them, but I remember not understanding the gravity of it and being like, this is boring. No, true. I just think it's like, I think kids don't understand it as much. Like, I mean, at what age are you able to understand death in a real way? Like a 6-year-old's not understanding death like that. Like, maybe they understand the concept of somebody being dead and not coming back. But I think, like, yeah, maybe when I was, like, there was a funeral I had to go to when I was, like, 10 or 11. Like, I think, like, when I was, like, 11, I would probably get the idea fully of, like, oh, this is very sad. Like, the mourning process.
62.
I never understand when they put, like, it's like a tomb cover on your tomb, right? To prevent, like, worms and leakage and shit. And I'm like, why does that matter? Right? Like, you're going to be buried here forever, right? You're going to rot. The worms are going to eat you. And you're going to be a skeleton. Your tomb's going to break and crack. You've said this before. I know. But it's like, why does it matter if the worms eat you in a year or 10 years? You're dead. You want a mixture, right? I think the proceedings at a funeral itself, where people are sharing their, you know, thoughts on the person's life, is inherently a sad time. But I think having a mix of mourning, understanding the death, and not moving on, but like having that time to be like, this is like a sentimental, special thing where we're all, you know, talking about this person that's died. And then the aftermath not being just gloom and doom and being like, all right, let's have a good time. Have some games, fucking have some drinks, share some stories about the person, and, you know, enjoy it, right? And you're going to go between, like, laughing, crying. It's a mixture, right? Mourning's weird, right? Like, I feel like some of those cost so much money. And I know, bro, they got to be profiting off of it. I mean, that's what a funeral home is. Like, a funeral home is a business, right? They have profit margins. How much is an urn? I feel like they vary widely. $75 to $350. Not that bad. How much is a casket? $2,000 to $5,000. See, I mean, yo, put me in a cardboard box. $5,000? $5,000 for a fucking casket. That's not how it works with shoes, Mr. Victor. So why is it doing the same thing with caskets? Interesting. No, it's because usually, I think it's because the majority of dead bodies will fit in a casket unless you need a plus-size casket. Whereas, like, shoes, everybody has a different shoe size. But I have a shoe, like, if my shoe size is, like, 11.5, your shoe size is 5, me and you are still going to fit in the same fucking coffin. But now you have a guy that's 6'6" and 430 pounds. That guy needs to go in a Yeah, you kind of want to relate back to the people that you're speaking, right? Like, when I spoke at my grandpa's funeral, like I'm not gonna bring up my philosophical views, right? I'm not gonna air out on stage that I don't think he's in an afterlife. But what I said was along the lines of like praising him as a father figure in my life, and then relating back to the fact that his memory will live on within us, and I'll remember him in my own life until the day that I die, and then it's my time to be remembered, right? So it's like I'm still sharing my view, but something that's relatable to everyone regardless of what specific beliefs they have. And then it's just praising that person's life and, you know, showing that you know, are remembering them.
What he taught me about patience. Those are all universals that I think we
Yeah, teaching is a big thing, like a lesson. Yeah, bro, it's like the time you got to spend with everybody else, you know? I think that's like having the luncheon, having the stuff that's not sad after the sad funeral is nice because then you're able to share the time with the person that brought all of you together. Or it might even be the person that's the reason that you're alive. Right? Like, that's one of the points that I made, like, in a eulogy. Like, if you're a descendant of somebody that died, one of the biggest things that you could always say that people just relate to is, like, hey, man, like, I wouldn't even be speaking at your funeral if you didn't exist. Like, obviously, my grandfather's not directly the reason that I'm alive, right? Comparable to my father and my mother. But, like, if he didn't exist, I wouldn't exist. Testing North Korea's illegal smartphones. I'm gonna be real, before we even started, I didn't know they had like their own brand of smartphone. Just because I assumed the majority of individuals in North Korea didn't own phones. Because the government control would probably it would be really hard to restrict that. But I'm assuming the people in poverty in North Korea don't own phones. I'm assuming it's people that live in like Pyongyang, like somewhere where it's I guess more populated / like you're allowed to have more luxuries, you know, because you live in the capital.
These are two extremely rare phones from North Korea, and it's kind of insane that I'm even holding them. The North Korean...
Why is one of them in English?
And holding them. The North Korean population is so cut off from the outside world that it's almost impossible to even get a text message out, let alone two fully functional smuggled phones that show us in crystal clear detail what it's actually
Oh my god, does the map only show North Korea?
Like to be a North Korean citizen. So this is the Heian 701. It's one of the country's budget phones. Just to give you an idea of how little is known about this stuff, you can Google the phone's name and nothing will come up. Absolutely zero. And then the second is the Samtaesung 8, which is a flag
Samtaesung? Really? Really, that's the North Korean phone, Samtaesung 8?
North Korean phone. And yeah, this is different to South Korea's Samsung, which translates to 3 stars. This is Samtaesung, which translates to 3 huge stars.
We're really trying to one up South Korea here on the fucking phone usage. That's cringe. That's what they name that shit. 3 stars versus 3 huge stars.
A lot of this whole my dad could totally beat up your dad energy. But that's because convincing North Koreans that they are superior to South Koreans, that they are morally purer and militarily stronger, is about the most effective way of keeping them loyal to the government. And it's pretty clear when you look at these phones that the smartphone is playing a big part in that. I can actually...
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, it definitely plays a part in the brainwashing, but I don't understand how, like, yes, even if you're grown into the North Korean society, kind of, like, believing how they function and also kind of, like, living it for generations, if you had a smartphone that's, like, clearly restricting you, I feel like you'd be like, what are they trying to hide from us? Or do you think it's like they just perceive it as a protection? Like, oh, Kim Jong-un's trying to protect me from bad Western ideologies. Or maybe they don't even realize that it's like being censored or like restricted. Maybe that's like what they perceive just the phone is able to do.
These phones. So if I write Namhan, this means South Korea. The second that I hit the spacebar, that gets auto-corrected to puppet state. It is bonkers seeing censorship this explicit happening in real time in front of my eyes. You physically cannot send the word Namhan even if you try, which shows just how committed North Korea's government is to sustaining its narrative that South Korea is this inferior, less individual country that just blindly follows whatever the US asks them to. Other ways of wording it, like Republic of Korea, that doesn't even get corrected. That just turns straight into asterisks. Kind of like you're a child and you just tried to make your Club Penguin username a swear word. And you can actually see the censorship becoming more invasive as time is going on. Because if we use this Heian phone, which came a few months before, this one lets you write North Korea as North Korea. But the Samtaesung doesn't even let you do that.
Oh my god, so it used to be less restricted and then they realized that they needed to make it even more strict, so they had to fucking come out with a, like, even worse version.
The only way that you're allowed to refer to North Korea now is Joseon, the traditional...
I mean, bro, and I'm assuming there's, like, heavy monitoring on these phones, no? I feel like we watched something about a North Korean, like, it might have been a phone where it, like, takes an image of your screen every 10 seconds or something. And there's, like, a guy monitoring it in case something happens where they have to be like, oh, what are you talking shit about Kim Jong-un?
And then South Korea, almost as if they're belonging to them, as South Joseon. But it gets worse, because Daily NK News, the guys who actually secured these phones in the first place, and whose basement I'm sitting in right now, they've probed around and found all sorts of extra oddities in the software. Like how, if you type Kim Jong-un, the name of the current leader, into any app, it will make the text bold the second you finish the word. Or how all sorts of South Korean slang is just subtly corrected to the more proper North Korean approved way of saying the same thing. Presumably because a lot of this slang originates in some capacity from South Korean media. And the North doesn't want their population.
Yeah, but then how the hell, if they're getting a lot of that slang from South Korean media, how would the North Korean people even have their hands on that slang or media to even be able to use it in their phones in the first place? If, like, internet access is restricted, whatever they see on TV is restricted, they're only allowed to see what is shown to them, then how the fuck, like, why do they even have that gateway of the slang if they don't even know what it is? That'd be like having an autocorrect for, like, Big Chungus if you don't know what Big Chungus is. Like, it's unneeded. Like, you're never gonna type it.
To even indirectly experience that. But probably the single craziest example of this is if we type oppa. This is a common South Korean expression that can be used to mean either older brother or, in slang terms, boyfriend.
이거 좀 따주세요, 오빠.
Which in itself does raise a few questions. On these North Korean phones, though, it corrects the word to comrade, accompanied by a warning. This word can only be used to describe your siblings. Imagine getting a warning for attempting to type a slang word. That's moderation on a level that I have never experienced before. But
what happens if you type, like, fuck Kim Jong-un? Like, would that, like, would, like, your phone just brick and they would, like, fucking seize you instantly? No, seriously, like, what if you, like, typed, like, some sort of threat? Like, they would be like, your phone just explodes.
I would say even more significant than autocorrect, the biggest factor in controlling information going in and out of North Korea, and the main reason that the country is still this cryptic bubble and we barely know these phones even exist, is the internet situation. Or really, the lack of one. Look at this. On the Haeyang phone.
There is I want to also kind of side note here, there is, like, a level of US meddling that people claim goes on for foreign phones for us as well. Like, most US citizens that own a phone own an iPhone and don't really ever have access to, like, Huawei, which is the Chinese phone that is a lot of the time seen as more technologically advanced and more user-friendly and developed than the US iPhone and iOS versions. But, like, nobody owns a Huawei. It's, like, impossible to get a fucking Huawei.
You can swipe down from the top and you see your control panel that looks basically the same as every other Android's. And there's even a Wi-Fi button there, but when you press it, absolutely nothing happens. Weird, but let's go into settings to click on Wi-Fi directly, but you can't.
How the fuck does the phone work if you don't have LTE and you don't have Wi-Fi? What the fuck do you use the phone for? It's just constantly in airplane mode?
And they've actually gone a step further with this more recent Samtaesung, because you go into the quick settings, there isn't even a Wi-Fi icon at all. It's like they don't want...
What do you use the fucking phone for? The calculator app? Like, what am I gonna play offline Subway Surfers on the fucking phone? What do you use the phone for? You're not fucking connected to anything. Messaging, you can't message people without fucking connectivity. Or bars.
You to even consider that the feature could
That's the point. Well, they don't even give them phones.
Be as accessible as that. The only way to get something that even resembles Wi-Fi is this. It's called Mirai, and it needs so many details from you, including your government.
Oh shit, so they just like require, because it's too easy to just connect to something, so they restrict that, so you have to use an app that like tracks your Wi-Fi.
ID and an authenticated North Korean physical SIM card that it's pretty safe to assume everything you do while using it can be traced right back to you. And even with all of that, this still doesn't get you onto the internet. There's actually no way for a North Korean citizen to do that. All this can get you is access to a highly curated North Korean.
Whenever I see shit about like North Korean technology, I always remember like the videos of the Russians talking about how when North Korea sent their troops to help Russia in the war, the Russians always cited the North Korean people being like cripplingly addicted to like porn and cartoons. Like they because they've never seen it before, so it's like it was such like a culture shock for them that like their eyes were just like glued to the screen. Like the technology that they have there, like the unrestricted access to the internet's like absurd.
Intranet, where you can look at specifically government-approved TV, news, propaganda, and apps. More on that in a bit, but the key thing to know for now.
Damn, bro. Do you think there's like any apps they could use that we use? No. Because it would be non-North Korean tech. I'm thinking like games. Like, dude, like Doodle Jump. Like, you think they're, I feel like, bro, like, do you think they're like restricted from playing like Doodle Jump?
Is it doesn't look like it would be a great experience. The app itself tells you to expect speeds between 2 and 33 megabits per second, less than a 14th of the speeds that South Koreans are getting on their public Wi-Fi. I imagine.
Well, to be fair, doesn't South Korea also have the best Wi-Fi in the entire world? Like, by area? Like, their Wi-Fi's crazy.
The way that North Korea's leaders are seeing this is they know that the second they give their population access to the open World Wide Web, it's game over for being able to control the way they act and think. But then at the same time, they can't give the people nothing if they're trying to convince them that their country is truly superior to all others. Hence, this careful substitution of traditional Wi-Fi features for this highly traceable Wi-Fi equivalent that reinforces national pride as opposed to diluting it. But those speeds are so dated. And to be honest, everything about using both of these phones feels dated. Like, it's pretty sad that this Samtae-sung is one of their modern flagship phones. It was only released recently in 2023 in North Korea. It was priced pretty close to $1,000, but it looked...
What North Korean citizen is fucking affording that? Like, that's what I don't understand. It has to be people that are living in, like, the capital. Like, it has to be somebody that's living in Pyongyang, because, like, the average North Korean citizen is just, like, dead broke.
Looks like a mid-range Huawei phone from 2021. Actually, let me be clear.
It has to be people that I think they're also giving people the phones that are in like some sort of not substantial power, but they're in a position of luxury, or I guess they're well off enough to where like they would start looking for like tech. They would want the next thing. And if North Korea doesn't give them the next thing, then they're going to be like, okay, I'm not revolting, but there would be some sketchy shit behind the scenes.
Looks like a mid-range Huawei phone from 2021. I'm almost getting deja vu looking at it. The way the camera module has an identical style and position. The way the body and the screen curves around in a seemingly identical...
I mean, yeah, bro, they literally probably got a Huawei and went, how do we copy this but make it fucking 10 times worse so our citizens can't fucking do anything with it?
Even this incredibly unique Huawei-style cutout around the buttons and this red line in the middle of the power key is the same. Plus, for security reasons, I've got to keep the IMEI number hidden. But when we traced it back, it does look like this phone was manufactured in China, just like Huawei phones. So I think there's two possible...
So there's Chinese companies that are making phones for North Korean people? I thought they would have had that shit in-house.
Explanations. Either this phone was actually secretly made by Huawei themselves and supplied to North Korea for them to add their software layer, or Samtae-sung just decided, we like the look of that one, let's copy it. Because you're about to see...
I would assume that's probably what it is.
This yourselves, but so much of the content on these phones is copied content already. Why not the phone design too? But also that, unlike the Huawei that this looks so similar to, this phone does have a thicker bezel and a notch, this extremely tasteless font on show throughout the whole user interface, and then the only form—
Yeah, can I say that? It's like a sad phone. Like, I wouldn't be able to guess what country it's from if you just handed me the phone, but I'd be like, this is a bad, like, this is a shitty phone. It's a sad phone. Like, the font's shitty, bro. The font's shitty. The fucking look is, like, sleek, but, bro, it looks like a fucking lithium battery. Like, it looks like I'm staring at something that would charge a fucking e-bike.
Form of branding on the camera is a feebly written 64 megapixel that gives me absolutely zero reassurance it's going to be a good experience. And it is not. On the Haeyang phone, we're just getting extremely poor, grainy image quality all around. And even though there are 3 cameras on the back of this phone, there is still no ultra-wide and no zoom. So both extra cameras are just useless macro and depth cameras. A trend that, globally speaking, started to die out pretty fast after 2020. And so the idea that this thing released in 2023 with that kind of setup shows the time lag that we're operating with here. And then on the flagship Samsung, the camera is super buggy. We couldn't even get it to flip around to the rear cameras. And it's also got this really unusual watermark plastered over it, which when we reverse, it spells out, please contact Heinetron. Now, I did a little digging and turns out Heinetron—
Anytime you take a picture, it fucking watermarks your face.
is a small, private, China-based company who makes a lot of smartphone parts. So it kind of looks here like they've supplied some of the bits for this phone, but then North Korean Samsung has just like not paid their license fee or something. Regardless though of whether this phone is a secret Huawei collab or just a blatant ripoff, it doesn't change the fact that it is terrible value when you consider the global market. But that makes a lot of sense. With North Korea, we are talking about a very unusual market that has almost no competitive pressure. There's almost no incentive to give people cutting edge tech. And if anything, the more dated the tech, the simpler it is, and therefore the easier it is going to be to control. That would also explain why the Haeyang is still running Android 10 with seemingly no ability to update beyond that, and why Samsung is stuck on Android 11, making it 5 years worth of updates behind current Android.
I don't understand that about fucking update shit. Like, what is so bad? Is it like vulnerabilities? Like, what's so bad about not updating something that works currently? That eventually there's vulnerabilities that haven't been patched? Yeah, it's like security shit, but also probably like lag and glitches. So they're using like 5-year-old fucking software on a brand new phone.
Show you what I mean by all this copied stuff. So there is an—
It'd be like running your computer today on like Windows 8.
app literally here with a Microsoft Word logo. You open it up and it gives you the option for Excel, PowerPoint, and Word. But I can assure you what you are getting here are not Microsoft apps, not even close in functionality. I would actually go as far as to say that at least 50% of the icons that you see on these phones are stripped directly.
I feel like they're unusable, dude. Video editor. There's people making fucking CapCut edits in fucking North Korea. Get the hell out of here. Theme manager, what is this?
Directly from other companies, like File Manager and Compass. Those are basically Huawei icons that are very slightly reskinned. Maps is an almost one-to-one of the Google Maps icon. This random game uses the same icon as the Mobi Office work application. But let's just zoom out for a second. Even the official Samsung wallpaper, I'm pretty sure they have literally just downloaded the wallpaper from an Honor phone and then added an 8 to it. And then if I go over here to the About phone section, I recognize that image. That image is actually stripped straight from the promo material of the completely different looking Huawei Mate 30 Pro phone from years ago. And yet it is serving as the poster image for the Samsung.
I'm surprised they even put this much work into like making it look nice. Like, do you think that's a part of the appeal for the North Korean people? Is like they're really trying to con you into thinking this is a good phone? Because like is the average North Korean person that gets this phone like staring at this image and being like, wow, I really have the next big tech.
Samsung 8, which makes me side with the theory that this is a copy of Huawei as opposed to made by Huawei. Because if it was made by Huawei, surely the company would use an image that at least matched the design of the phone. There's a whole library of informational videos that you can buy as part of North Korea's intranet, like this one, all about the football club Arsenal. And on the face of it, you're like, oh, this is really premium, how professionally produced. But look a little closer, and you can see this is actually ripped straight from an Amazon Prime series. It's just instead of Stay in the Game, it's titled Sweat for the Win. And it's got the logo of a North Korean company plastered across the entire length of it. But there is literally no way.
Wait, and the North Korean people have to fucking pay for like a shitty cut, like rip of 480p Arsenal's Netflix, or not Netflix, Amazon Prime documentary. Like they're paying for like a 480p rip of like a shitty, like not a shitty documentary, but like a shitty version of a documentary.
That this North Korean company could have bought the license to sell this content.
Why doesn't somebody do something about this? Yeah, Zach, why doesn't Amazon fucking sue North Korea for fucking copyright infringement?
There are literally sanctions on US companies like Amazon for collaborating with them. There's games too, tons of them, but I just want to show you this football game for a second. It opens with bizarrely the same logo that we just saw on the Amazon Prime show, so it seems like this is some sort of large-scale media redistribution brand who's taking international content and making it North Korea compliant. Then we see the boot up screen with the game's title being International Soccer League 2.0, which is just so
Is this just FIFA Mobile? Is this just a rip of FIFA Mobile? They like change all the players to like North Koreans though. It's like messy, but they just like change it. Like everybody's just reskinned just like fully. Like it's just every team's just only North Korean citizens.
interesting because this shot of Messi's face, I reverse image searched it, is not from International Soccer League 2.0, but instead a screen grab from a trailer of Japanese-made Pro Evolution Soccer. The other thing that I think is absolutely fascinating about this football game is the Asian players are missing. Like, you can select the team.
I was joking. I was fully joking. There's no way they got rid of all the Asian people if they weren't North Korean.
Team, Tottenham Hotspur, with all the correct roster as of 2022 when the game was launched.
But they're missing all the Asian people.
But with the only South Korean member of that team, Son Heung-min, not present. They just chopped him. Again, presumably to not show North Koreans that South Koreans have proper international...
Oh my god, bro, because no. Yo, they had to do that. Because if you were playing this game as a North Korean citizen, you'd be like, wait, this guy's on a fucking UK professional soccer team, and he's from fucking South Korea?
Athletic careers. In fact, just the general situation with apps in North Korea is so different to what you and I are used to. The first thing that jumps out is there's just so many of them. Like, have you ever seen this?
I low-key feel like this phone emits radiation, but like not like ionizing radiation. Like this, I feel like this phone, like if you slept next to it, would probably cause some health problems.
This many apps pre-installed on a smartphone. This right here is a medicine app, but a medicine app where you can order whatever you might need for home delivery. There's maps with navigation too, although fascinatingly, it doesn't show a clear dividing line between North and South Korea, and also doesn't let you zoom any further out than the country itself. It's a little bit more advanced.
Bro, you can't see the fuck. Do you think they have a globe? Do you think they have a globe? Do you think they teach? Bro, we've seen so many documentaries about North Korea. I don't think I've ever actually asked that or, like, looked into that. Do they know what, like, the continents look like?
Than I was expecting. And
they have to. They have to.
Some ways, too.
The Earth's flat? I don't think they think the Earth's flat because there's no religion. There's no religion, and that's where, like, it kind of got phased out. There would be no reason for them to say the Earth's flat.
Like, there's a store here where you can buy things like
and there are genuine fucking scientists in North Korea. Like, dude, there's people working on, like, military high-grade, like, physics-based shit.
Smartwatches and...
So they know the Earth's round.
TVs, all using an electronic wallet, and it's part of the intranet. It's also on this phone, really surprising to see, if we look past the logo that is very clearly just an NBC ripoff. This is...
It's so weird, though, that they're just, like, choosing random logos to just kind of rip for different apps.
Online gambling, with even the option...
Huh? North Korea has gambling?
...of the intranet. It's also on this phone, really surprising to see, if we look past the logo that is very clearly just an NBC ripoff. This is online gambling, with even the option for sports betting, as well as just...
What fucking sport are you gonna bet on? North Korean sports?
a pretty hefty catalog of video content that you can download.
Oh my god, how much are you gonna bet that shit's fucking rigged to the gills? Oh my god. Betting on a fucking North Korean football match and you fucking throw like $5,000 on some shit, they're like, just lose. Just lose. I go, okay.
Download onto the phones. But you can also see that the North Korean government's influence permeates every layer of this, even the types of movies available. I couldn't find one from the US or South Korea, but Russian movies? Loads of them. Remember, the criteria here is not which movies does the North Korean population like the most, it's which movies does the regime want the population to watch. And so it makes sense that it's all filled with Russian content, since Russia is one of North Korea's closest political allies. And Russian ideologies line up very closely to North Korean ones. There's also, weirdly...
Yeah, but it's Russian ideologies, but it's not just Russian film. What's that one movie where they use real bullets that was a Russian film that we watched? Come and see. I'm telling you right now, the North Korean people do not have access to come and see. That's like an anti-war like movie about how horrible it is for people, and it ruins lives, families, and fucking everything. Yeah, no shot in hell they'd have that.
A bunch
they have access to Russian films that are pre-approved.
Of Indian movies, including ones that I've seen before, like Three Idiots. The link between North Korea and India isn't as clear-cut, but the guys from Daily NK have a theory that Indian culture hits a bit of a sweet spot. It's kind of different enough to seem exotic and interesting to North Koreans.
But they won't want it.
But while still not posing a threat to their culture.
Yeah, it's not going to make them want to change their own culture.
In the way that Western content does. And then there's just a whole load of apps that feel not just guided by the government, but directly requested by them. Like this one is entirely biographies of past and current North Korean rulers. Something else I've never seen before is a general guidance app, which is split into 4 categories: laws, regulations, a legal dictionary, and then common sense, which really is exactly what it sounds like.
You imagine you're doing some sketchy shit on your fucking North Korean iPhone, and like out of nowhere you just get a fucking phone call and it's just Kim Jong-un's face. It's like John Pork, but worse.
Sounds like it's so strange. It's like
way worse.
How should we legally understand the family? Who are relatives? Can't relatives marry? I wonder if the idea is giving...
Wait, what?
Legally understand really is exactly what it sounds like. It's so strange. It's like, how should we legally understand the family? Who are relatives? Can't relatives marry? I wonder if the idea is giving every single person the same set of ideologies and learnings, and even there's like a humor section here, so that they affect...
Yeah, it says something about same-sex marriage. I'm assuming North Korea doesn't like gay people.
Effectively become the same person, to squash individuality. There's even a cooking app which guides you through how to make traditional North Korean cuisine. And all of these more official looking apps, they open by first showing you a famous quote from one of their leaders, which so feels like something you'd see on the loading screen of a dystopian video game, but this is real life. And then there's also just a ton of games to play.
Oh my god, ton of games to play. This shit looks like it was made by ChatGPT yesterday. That looked like some shit I would have played in like 2008.
Most of them feel pretty simple, with a big emphasis on offline play, which is true for the whole phone experience. It's actually wild how much we've been able to show and do, and that's all no doubt because the internet situation in North Korea is so sketchy. So crazy amount of stuff on both of these phones. But there's a very good reason for that. See, getting new apps is not as easy for North Koreans as it is for us. They have an app store. You can download apps on your own, but, and I can't actually quite wrap my head around how this is the reality, you can't open those apps until you've taken your phone to an in-person store where they will authorize them for use and download the necessary back-end data for them to function. And believe it or not...
What? So if you want to download an app to use it, you have to basically redo like a background check at like a physical fucking phone store for them to like give you access to play fucking Flappy Bird.
There's an extra wrinkle that comes with this. Your apps in North Korea expire. So this one here is telling me it's right.
Oh my god, you have to get renewed access to use an app. Oh my god. Do you have to pay? Is that money?
Run out, and is basically asking if I want to pay for 6 months or for 12 months for a bit of a discount, effectively making
Oh my God. Don't let EA get their hands on this. Don't let EA get their fucking hands on this. North Korea's charging people to use an app. They have a paid subscription service for like a fucking free thing. Like just a regular app you would use on your phone.
free app a paid subscription, even ones you would not expect to be, like the laws of North Korea. Bearing in mind, North Korea is one of the poorest countries in the world, with its national income per person being just 3.4% of that of South Korea.
Then how are they buying phones? This has to be solely restricted towards like the top 5% of North Koreans. Like I could see the average not the average North Korean. I could see like a middle like not middle class. I want to say the median North Korean individual by income having like a pager where they have like a phone that like is so restricted. It's basically just like a flip phone where they can call like 4 people, and it's like how they talk to their boss, or like if the government needs to send them a message or something. Like I could see that, but I feel like this is just not, no one has this.
Concept of being able to sustain a large library of apps is a luxury that very few will be able to afford. And that's assuming you...
Oh my God, imagine you have to pay to use settings. Sorry, your settings subscription expired. You have to pay us $40 to use the settings app.
You can even afford the phone.
But we already uninstalled it because you didn't pay for it. So now you need to go in person to get settings reinstalled. You didn't pay to use the App Store, so you can't download apps. You need to pay us to be able to use the app to apps to get the App Store. Well, here's the real conundrum. The App Store app got deleted off your phone. So even if you did go in person, you wouldn't be able to reinstall it because they can't re-download the App Store. You just should have paid for it. So your phone's basically a brick. You're going to need to buy a new one.
Did find a way to sideload your apps without going to a physical store for that authorization, or if you found a way to get around the app expiration system, which we realized...
Do you think you have any North Korean viewers? No. We're 16 minutes into this video, and you just asked whether or not you think they have YouTube?
As you could temporarily do just by changing the date on your phone to an earlier one. There's a very important reason...
Wait, you could jailbreak the phone? Huh?
That's assuming you can even afford the phone in the first place. Now, even if you did find a way to sideload your apps without going to a physical store for that authorization, or if you found a way to get around the app expiration system, which we realize you could temporarily do just by changing the date on your phone to an earlier one, there's a very important reason...
I would be fucking mortified to do that as a North Korean citizen. My God. No, I'm fucking following the rule book by the fucking book, dude. Oh my God. You have a North Korean iPhone, you're like, oh, they want me to pay to reuse this. What if I just change it back a year and redo my subscription? You just hear your phone just starts going, I'd chuck it in a river.
Why you might not want to try that in North Korea. And it's called Red Flag. Red Flag is an underlying layer of surveillance software that appears on all phones sold in North Korea. We know it exists because we can see the effects of it, and I'm told older versions used to be really easy to see and get around, but in these newer phones, Red Flag is now baked into the lowest level of the Android software, making it almost untraceable and impenetrable. Plus, it blocks off developer settings, which you can normally unlock by tapping this build number several times, meaning that it stops you figuring out what is really going on behind the scenes. But the idea of Red Flag is to persistently make sure that what you're doing on your phone is legitimate. So every file, every app, every photo that you take has a digital signature, a record that signals to the phone
you
where...
just start fucking snapping pictures of your butthole, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. There's just one guy at a big fucking he's at like a fucking huge monitor screen in North Korea, just like monitoring everybody's phones. He's just like, dude, what's this one guy doing?
That file originated from.
Holy fuck.
Red Flag makes sure that...
They like come flag you down. You're like, dude, I don't know. I thought I had like an abscess or something.
The only files or apps that can be opened on these phones are either ones with the North Korean government signature or a self-signature, which is files that originate from the phone itself, like photos from your camera. Anything else originating from anyone else won't have an approved signature, and so will not open. It'll just get automatically deleted by the software when it's sent to one of these phones. Now,
oh, so you're not in trouble, it'll just remove it.
But that doesn't seem to have stopped people from trying to get unauthorized content to work. There was an extensive report from Martin Williams and Niklaus Scheiss, which goes into how some would try to skirt the system by opening foreign files via the phone's web browser. But now that the signature checks are happening on a deeper device level, it can pick those up. It doesn't work. Or there was a Daily NK report last year that mentioned while North Koreans couldn't store outside videos on their phones, they could insert SD cards containing the material into their phones instead. However, there is one final, very sinister surveillance feature, clearly designed to deter any attempts at this. These devices, both of them, will take periodic screenshots as you're using them.
I thought that was the red flag thing. What the fuck? Am I stupid? That's what I thought he was just talking about. Like that it was just showing times and you couldn't click on it. Isn't that what it is?
See these screenshots being taken in the same way that you'd expect to. But you know it's happening because I can actually show you the folder where they're being stored. I can see this has actually been taking screenshots today while I've been recording this video. The frequency of the shots seems to vary, but it's many times per day. And the most alarming part.
Yeah, that is very... Do you think it's on a random timer or what? Because it was like an hour and a half, like a day. Oh, wait, no. I'm looking at it backwards. Wait, am I? I feel like this isn't organized. It looks like it could take it every like 10 minutes or every 5 hours.
Many times per day. And the most alarming part of it is all you can do is look. You can't click on them. You can't check them. You can't delete them. Now, whether the phones are sending those grabs over the intranet to the government continuously, or if they're just used when an official has doubts about you and wants to specifically confirm their suspicions, it's anyone's guess. But would you want to risk it in North Korea? Based on accounts from people who've escaped, this is a country which, since at least 2020, has had a law that spells out distributing and even just watching South Korean entertainment is punishable by death. People who distribute...
Bro, watching Squid Games, it would give you would get the death penalty. Watching Squid Games, they would kill you. Like, that is a crime that not like you're a serial killer that murdered fucking 15 people. No, sorry, you watched an anime. Now you die, and your family's getting thrown in a camp.
This content are tried alongside drug criminals. It's considered the same tier of crime, which says a lot about the priorities of the regime. So it really feels like every part of these devices, from the words you're allowed to type to the videos you're allowed to watch, are designed to reinforce a single narrative. North Korea is superior, foreign influence is dangerous, and everything you do is being watched. It makes me very grateful for how easy tech is made for the rest of us.
Is this an ad? It's an ad. Yo, I was gonna say, that's wild, though, that they're charging $1,000 still. Like, they're charging the price of an iPhone for something that does 1/30th of what an iPhone does. Anyways, that was a fun video to watch. Next. I hatched the world's biggest versus smallest eggs.
Here is the world's biggest egg, and here...
You ever see videos of when people cook ostrich eggs? Not ones with actual fetuses in them. Disgusting. It's so much egg. Too much egg. And it looks gross. I gotta look up a video of that. Bro, what is he using, a hacksaw to open the egg? Oh.
That's the hardest part done. Now, into a bowl first. Look at this. Boy, look at that.
Well, I don't need an instant replay. I don't know, man. It just doesn't look good to me. Maybe Gordon Ramsay will chef this up. But I feel like the egg consistency looks like... Oh my god, it looks like mud. Oh, he's actually soft scrambling it. Oh god. Worst way to eat eggs, Gordon. I'm sorry. Just give me a fried egg. Ew! Like, bro, that's not... Okay, that's not even the ostrich egg. That's just the way that Gordon Ramsay made those eggs. I don't want that.
Here is the world's biggest egg, and here is one of the smallest. I'm hatching three...
Baby birds are gross. Oh my God.
It's the best pet. But as they grew...
Bro, he raised an ostrich into adulthood. I still believe this is the biggest animal by weight that I could take down in a fight. I think I got a 20% chance of killing an ostrich. Bare hands.
I lost my space, my sleep, and my sanity. But I didn't realize this would be the most expensive, dangerous, and emotionally draining video I've ever made.
I can't do this anymore.
What's the world's smallest egg? That's got to be like a bug or something. How's the world's smallest egg? Smallest bird egg? A quail egg? A quail egg's the smallest bird egg?
20 duck and 100 quail eggs. Each one needs their own incubator, but it didn't take long.
Oh my God! No, that just gave me flashbacks, bro. Did y'all ever raise like ducks? Or like chicklets or whatever they're fucking called. Chickens? Are they chickens? Are they ducks? What did we raise when we were in school, in like elementary school? It was chicks, right? Yeah, baby chickens in class. And you would have like a thing. It was like, yeah, like kindergarten, preschool. Y'all did that? Yeah. We raised in, well, not everybody, but I feel like a lot of U.S. schools, you raised like baby chicks.
Some struggle, but it's only a matter of time. The world just got a little louder. The hatching was easy, but I'd soon be facing the chaos.
I've seen a few dead ones. You ever see a dead one on the ground? It's sad, but it's gross. It like fell out of the nest or the mom rejected it. I've seen that before. Where you're walking on the side of the road and there's just like a dead baby bird on the side of the ground.
The world just got a little louder. The hatching was easy, but I'd soon be facing the chaos, the stress, and the danger I didn't see coming.
Oh my God. All right, guys, so I have some bad news. A fox got into the incubator and killed all of the quail eggs. All of the quails are gone. Here's the footage. It's just a fox just chowing down on
Now, the quail are impossibly small.
Look at this. I'm a dad.
I would be mortified that I would fucking accidentally, like, drop one and step on it. Like, especially when they follow you. I've seen a lot of videos of, like, baby chicks follow, like, whoever's near them because they think that, like, they're your mom or dad. They think you're the parent, and they follow you around. I'd be like, bro, what if I trip and step on one? It would instantly die.
Bigger than a coin and lighter than a piece of pasta. I'll be raising them to adulthood along with the duck and ostrich. But I move them into their...
I would love to own a duck.
...brooder because a duck is about to...
What does a baby duck look like? This is all new to me.
Hatch. You can see it just barely moving. He takes his first breath of air. Piece by piece, the shell began to split. It now just hangs by a thread. Welcome to the world, little one.
Oh my God, wait, that's actually kind of cute. Outside of the fact that it's sopping wet. I thought it would come out looking like a regular bird. I didn't think it would already have like the bill.
But he has no idea of the journey he was about to face ahead. But unlike the quail, they will bond to the first moving thing they see. It is usually their mother, but in this case, it is me.
Do they really just bond to the first thing they see? That's so awesome, dude. You just could start a duck army.
6 of them hatched, and only 1 egg remained. They follow me absolutely everywhere.
Oh my God! There's no way!
Oh my God, and they're so adorable, bro. They just trip on their own feet and shit.
There's no way!
Even places I'd wish they hadn't.
Oh, my dog does that. Dogs do that, bro. You ever take a shit with your dog in the room? It's mad awkward. Get used to it. Daisy will just wander in, taking a dump. She'll just be like, what's up? I always wonder if she knows I'm taking a shit.
They literally would not leave my sight and will look up to anyone who is human.
This is crazy.
Oh my God! Hi. You see my face.
But a single duck is bigger than all the quail combined.
can't you buy duck and chick eggs for like pennies? Like they're very cheap. How much are duck eggs? $7. That's so cheap. I feel like it would be more. You're buying a living thing $7.
Oh my god. Dude, there's a freaking ostrich in here.
They could hatch any day now, but my home isn't exactly made for ostrich farming. Yet.
This might work.
We ordered enough
That would stress me the fuck out. Oh my god, having to open that many packages. Oh. What do you do with all the cardboard? Oh.
supplies to turn my entire office into the perfect nursery. The ducks will be the first ones to call this home.
What are you doing?
But they can't survive without their mom.
Oh my god. This is day 2.
Ew, was that shit? Oh my god! Nah, they're pooping on him. Stop! No, that's ruining the whole. No. I was like, oh no, the duck would be sick. Oh fuck no! If he eats that shit.
With the ducklings, they cannot fall asleep without me.
Was he just eating his own poop?
And the quail aren't perfect either.
No.
This one couldn't figure out how to walk.
What's going on with you? I feel so bad.
This is called splayed leg.
That's not good.
If we don't do something soon, he may never walk again.
Oh my god.
But if I take a Band-Aid, cut off a slice, and wrap it around his legs, then it may give him a chance. Only time will tell. But 3 days later, a duck was still stuck in an egg. And this was no normal duckling. He is almost completely black. Up until now,
is that the noise it just made?
Every duck has been identical. If they think he's different, they may kill him. But I didn't have time to find.
What? What? They'll do that. Ducks do that. They'll murder their siblings if they think they're different.
Will be unlike anything you've ever seen.
Oh my god, hi!
But our black duckling was ready to meet the others.
Welcome home.
Oh, hell no, they're already beating him up.
They didn't realize he's their sibling. He is trampled and attacked from every side.
Oh my god, they're picking on you.
Ducklings can rarely survive on their own, and he needs to bond with the others. So...
But, like, what's wrong with him? What's, like, they don't like that he's black? I don't understand. He just has a different fur color. What is the difference between, when does a duck become a mallard? Why are they all yellow? Like, if I had to guess, that one would be a mallard.
Oh, I had an idea. The laser gives them something else to attack, and for...
What's a mallard? The ones that you, oh my god, they chase lasers? That's awesome. You know what a mallard is. You always see them. Dude, this is like prime TikTok us in another universe. I love seeing this iconic duo in the wild. You ever see this shit in a pond? I think that's the female, that's the male. But it's a mallard and a little duck. And they're always like near each other and shit.
But after an hour, I still can't tell if they accept him. They were so exhausted that it was time for a nap. And that's where it happened. He is now part of their family. He is one of their own. But did the quail finally learn how to walk? He definitely looks better than before, but I would have to take off the bandage to find out.
Look! Oh my god!
Oh my god, he walks fine now. What the fuck? What do splayed legs mean?
Worked! Look at him go!
Like it didn't know how to functionally stand up.
But the baby ostrich also have to learn to walk. They aren't much different from a toddler.
Oh god, do they just have one toenail? Oh fuck. Oh my god. It just has one toenail? Ugh.
Different from a
oh my god. Ugh, stop.
toddler. Anything more than a few steps is just too much for them. But one ostrich is just a little dumber than the rest. We decided to name him Peanut. But they will get over 300 pounds each. We can only hope they will stay this way. And by day 10, the ducks had to learn how to swim.
Oh my god. They gotta learn how to swim? I feel like that'd just be like a genetic, like, wouldn't you think that ducks would just know that shit? Because they already just float. They just gotta paddle.
Their feathers act as a natural life jacket.
Oh my god, my babies, they grew so much. Look at them. Oh my god.
Yo, can we shave the weird tuft of hair on the back of this one's head? I'm sorry, I don't know. I just don't, it's, I don't like that. I feel like it needs to be like this one.
My babies, they grew so.
Yeah, give that one a haircut, bro. He's edgy.
But since they are still babies, their feathers are not waterproof.
Oh my god, this one's shaking.
In the wild, their mother will keep them dry. But for quail, water doesn't do the trick. Instead, they take dust baths.
That's sick.
It looks strange at first, like they're making more of a mess. But the dust kills any parasites that may be in their feathers. But they were starting to grow wings and will soon learn how to fly. The ostrich, however, have finally learned how to walk, but they haven't learned how to...
Okay, I will say I do love ostriches more than ever now, but it still is lame as fuck they're a bird that can't fly. Like, I wish they would be, that would be awesome if ostriches were that big and were able to fucking fly. They could run. Yeah, they could run, but it's like, why are you a bird? You know, what's the point of being a bird if you can't fly?
Think.
Look at this one. He's been pecking at the wall for 2 hours. What is he doing?
I have no idea what he's thinking, but probably not much. They don't understand the concept of food. They will try and eat anything, even if that means the $5,000 camera.
What is going on? This is crazy.
Some of them have figured out how to drink, but Peanut...
Oh, no. What are you doing? What? Get out of...
Do you think, how does he know that one's Peanut? Because they all look the same to me. Do they look different to y'all? Like, maybe, yeah, one is being progressively more and more stupid. It's the dumb bird, yeah, but how do you know it's not a different bird? I feel like you just, like, ankle tag him.
Get out of there! Are you kidding me? This is your own fault. Hello?
The blow dryer managed to trip the breaker, but even with all their problems, they have never failed to amaze me.
Nah, that would be so chill. Movie night with the ostriches. Oh, stop. They're all fucking cuddled up sleeping.
They're the most affectionate animals I've ever owned. Especially Peanut. Within 2 weeks, the ducks had grown too big to live inside. So we constructed a massive fence so they could finally learn how to hunt.
Ducks can fly, right? When do ducks learn how to fly?
In the wild, bugs make up a large part of their diet. So how about a wasp nest?
Yo, he should do a video where he raises platypus. Platypuses. That would be fucking sick. Just like really weird animals.
Wasps themselves are too dangerous, but their larvae make a far better meal. This is a healthy snack, but the sun is the real threat. They overheat rather quickly, and panting is a sign of stress.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
So I made them a water park. And as it turns out, I wasn't invited to the after party. But in the ostrich pen...
Wet socks is probably the worst vibe ever. Having sopping wet shoes. Ugh.
But in the ostrich pen, something is wrong.
Oh my god, did it die?
Has it decided to strike? But it is just too much for his little body. The vets did everything they could.
Oh my god, did they have to put him down?
But he didn't make it through the night. I'm so sorry.
And you know he probably got the most attached to the ostriches too. Because there's like so many fucking quails.
Just want to go to bed.
They're all convinced I'm their mother.
Oh, not my ear, please. I love you guys, but this is just too much.
They can't go more than an hour without me.
Look at them all.
In contrast, the quail grew more independent with age.
No.
Unfortunately, they had all learned how to fly.
No!
Now, they are fully feathered and fully grown.
What does he do? Release them into the fucking wild? At that point, it's like, bro, you have too many birds. They're just flying around your fucking house.
Oh my...
The ducks, however...
Covered in piss. Why is that water yellow?
Grown.
Oh!
Water's fucking straight yellow.
Oh my...
The ducks, however, have grown way too big for the bath.
Oh my god!
This is the moment I realized they don't belong in my home.
All right, the hair's kind of growing on me. Yo, he's got sick ass. He's got like a flow state going on right here. You see this shit? Oh my god, wait, no, this one actually has so much more aura than the others.
They don't belong in my home.
Nah, bro, that's like a sick ass tuft of hair now. Oh my god, bro, he literally has a fucking afro.
The bath quickly became a swamp.
They're biting my feet. They're trying to eat my feet.
Or not an afro, not a mohawk.
We need to find a better solution.
I mean, what could we use that's bigger than this?
Fortunately, I had the perfect thing. So, not to brag, but this is probably the coolest
He just shit in the pool.
thing I've ever done.
Nah, watching them swim underwater is fucking so cool.
But that's when it hit me. They weren't babies anymore. None of them were. They don't belong here.
Freaking disaster.
I can't do this anymore.
Oh my god, does he have to like let them go?
They barely sleep. I haven't shaved and the house smells awful. But there is a place that's willing to take them. The only catch, they're over 20 hours away.
Oh my god, road tripping with fucking so many ducks in your car.
Time for a road
10 hours in.
trip.
I'm taking them to one of the greatest animal rescues in the country, run by someone I'm proud to call my friend.
Welcome to the Urban Rescue Ranch.
Bro, what? I feel like I've watched him with like Forrest Galante.
What's up, Ben?
This place is a sanctuary to many.
Oh my god, he owns kangaroos.
This place is a sanctuary to many forms of life. From an actual bobcat.
Oh my god.
To the nicest foxes you've ever seen.
Oh, it's so nice
I love the noises they make.
to meet you.
Have you ever heard a fox like cry really happily? Right?
How are you feeling? You enjoying the summer weather? Amongst all my weeds?
Oh my god. You know foxes are self-domesticating themselves. Like, in a few generations, like our generations, not fox generations, they're basically just going to be like, not dogs or cats, but they're going to be much more friendly to people than they've ever been.
And the ducks, well, they got an entire pond to themselves.
Oh, welcome home, guys.
Oh my god, but actually having to leave them is kind of really sad. Because he effectively was their mom.
And the ostriches will get to roam free on over 3 acres of land. And in only a few years' time, they will look like this. Soon, they will have babies of their own and the cycle will continue all over again.
Wow. Loved that video. Loved it. Loved it. Amazing.